Juicy Smollett?
Juicy Smoothie. I'm so glad they got his bitch ass.
Welcome to another element.
So glad they got his bitch ass. Go to jail. You gonna have fun. You gonna meet a friend, nigga.
Honestly, it was just I don't get what the hell he was trying to figure out.
He was going for victim consciousness.
I mean, for sure that, but it's like, my nigga, you are on a show that was already on its way out. We talking about a show that already had like maybe 7 to 8 seasons by that time,
and it was kind of on the way out.
That's what I'm saying. It was already on its way out.
Particularly because when they made you the focus of the storyline.
I mean, I think that was a part of it, but I think it was a show that wasn't gonna last long anyway. I don't think it had.
No, they swapped it out and they turned it to a country show now. They got
they got a country show that's kind of
like how Sex in the City was living single.
Yeah, that type of shit. I heard about that. And it's on Fox too, right?
Yeah.
They
literally just said.
Yeah, that makes sense because the formula works. Family, music industry.
Well, they wanted to. I said it last week when I said that about how that people know that victim consciousness is a market and that people market towards it, and a lot of his movement, a lot of his press had always been about him being a victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when they was bringing in a lot of the blatantly gay stuff, it was like, it wasn't like ratings are down because this storyline sucks. It's because black men can't handle a openly gay storyline. You know what I'm saying? It was never, maybe we sucking.
Like it's just the execution that's not entertaining versus like we not being able to stand this.
Yeah.
What's funny and interesting about that is P Valley. I think P Valley success in terms of numbers. It was a very mixed crowd. It wasn't like it was just women watching that show.
Right.
And I literally have a personal anecdote from my damn uncle in Atlanta. My mom had convinced him to watch the show.
Right.
And he told my mom, he was like, hey Monica, like that first episode, I'm like, I know you ain't got me watching no show with this man in here dressed up as this woman,
Right.
Old Southern nigga shit.
Right, of course.
And she said she didn't ever bring it up again. She was like, okay, well, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
She said 2 weeks later, she was like, hey, Monica, I can't wait for her to come back.
See?
He was like,
that's my point.
Like, Uncle Clifford grew on me.
That's my point.
Same thing with
that's my point.
Same thing with Pose. Like, Pose had a pretty diverse, at least from a standpoint of it not just being people of the LGBTQ plus
you don't want
community.
I don't want to do that.
So I think that's a part of it. Like, was it only people within this community watching that show? No. It was successful because everybody was.
No, a lot of times when things don't work and that's why I'm glad cancel culture and victim consciousness is on its last leg, because instead of people taking personal responsibility and acknowledging that maybe they could do something better, it just became way easier to literally just do this.
I feel that.
It became way easier to just say, it was not like, oh, maybe what I'm doing isn't connecting. Maybe it's room for improvement. Maybe I could do this better. Maybe my taste level is off. Maybe my timing is off. A bunch of things that involve personal responsibility. If you take personal responsibility, you can actually improve. But when you just immediately say, this isn't working because I'm black, or I'm a woman, or lately because I'm a straight white male. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you just throw that, and it could be, let's be clear, like that could be the case. But when you throw that out as the reason default
as to why something isn't happening or why they're treating you a certain way,
you setting yourself up for a recipe for disaster, because there's no room for growth at that moment.
I think more than anything, what the universe has showed me is, honestly, shit is still gonna happen, no matter, like, regardless. Like, you're in it. Yes, we are all kind of running our own race, living our own lives, but everything else in the world is going to still happen around your ass. So if you sit there and kind of want to spend a lot of energy galvanizing people for like a pity party from a certain degree, then you'll only be wasting your own time, because eventually niggas gonna move on.
Facts.
You know? And funny enough, first off, how was your week?
It was juicy and smoothie.
Yeah.
How was my week? No, it's been pretty good. You know, people coming in, family and friends coming in from out of town.
That's what's up. Feliz Navidad.
And it's interesting. It's just interesting seeing what relationships are intact and what relationships aren't intact and things of that nature. Because it's just fun. Like it's just and I think it's great for me. The reason why it's fun is because I don't. Well, at least these niggas. I don't owe none of these niggas no money.
Yeah.
I ain't fuck none of they bitches.
Yeah.
I ain't put my hands on them, and I haven't let them down in a major way. So if you got a problem with me, that shit sound hella personal, my guy.
Family, that it's a line from I think from
hella personal
from the Tax Season podcast when Benny Siegel was on there.
Okay.
Where he had said something to Tax that I thought that I've literally kept with me. And I've told so many people this. Anytime my friends and even my moms and my family, I've told so many people, gave the same little quote is as you got family and you got relatives.
It's family and it's that's.
And he said I learned that at my big age.
That we say we got family and you got blood.
Yeah. You know,
like that. I got blood. I share blood with this nigga.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
family.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm over here trying to celebrate my fucking grandma who turned 90 years old, and everybody in my face. And I'm like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Like, why are y'all giving me all this attention? Like, we ain't here to celebrate our elder right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, give her all the grace and praise. Don't be happy because your famous cousin is in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a child. I'm one of her grandchildren, just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the energy and the vibe. And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you don't feel bad because you don't fuck with your cousin. Don't feel bad because you don't fuck with your this, that, and the third, because you got relatives and you got family.
I got a rule. If I don't owe you no money, your name ain't came out my mouth with no sauce on it.
Come on, sauce.
I ain't put my dick in your bitch.
All right.
I ain't put my hands in your pockets.
I
ain't put my foot in your ass.
In the ass.
I don't really know what type of issue we got.
Okay. I feel that.
Like I can't really. I mean, if people don't get along, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the only people I have issues with is if motherfuckers done did one of them 4 or 5 things. Well, not even one. One ain't enough. You gotta do like 2 or 3 for me to actually
be like, fuck you.
Have a complete issue with you. Because even if you fucked the bitch, well, clearly she wasn't my bitch. I was just renting her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was my turn, wasn't my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't take what's mine. So if you had it, it wasn't mine to begin with. So eventually I can even let that go.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can grow out a lot.
Yeah, like, we fought, whatever. As long as it wasn't too public, you know, as long as ain't that many people see us put hands on each other.
Yeah.
Scar scab.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? My mama never told me flat out, never loan nobody something you can't lose.
Yeah, can't get back.
So if you can't lose it, don't loan it.
Yeah.
So any amount of money that I done even ever gave somebody is something that when I let it out my hand, I counted it as a loss the moment it left my hand.
Yeah, I might not ever see this again.
And I knew that going in.
Yeah.
So my mama, you can't lose it, don't loan it.
Yeah.
So even if you owe me some money, it's within a reasonable amount that I was comfortable losing the moment that it left my hand.
Yeah.
So none of those individually add up. I mean, I might be mad for a minute, but 9 to 18 months, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Before we get into the main topic of just talking about music for them that released this year.
Right.
Is it Draco?
Draco, I believe.
Draco, the ruler, was stabbed and killed in L.A. at the Once Upon a Time an LA Fest or concert. I think it was a festival. I want to say it was a festival. But stabbed and killed. Literally just came into awareness of this rapper. I believe he is from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And condolences to whoever. I'm really not sure of exactly why or how.
This is this is like the second one because
I'm glad you remind me to bring. Yeah, we can talk about that right after this.
This is the second one. I'm gonna look up the other guy's name because he just passed too, and I don't want to not say his name correctly.
You said something about 400, right?
Yeah, the guy that was with YG. So this is like the second high profile life lost.
And he was killed?
Yeah.
In LA?
Inglewood. But yeah, it's all the same place.
Okay.
And it's not. Just because I don't want no LA people.
Slim 400.
Yeah, there we go.
Shot and killed in Inglewood.
Yeah, so it's been a lot.
Condolences to you.
It's been going on between them particular factions.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is retaliation, or if this is just it's just a bad time.
Yeah.
And then if you look at what happened with Clarence Avant and his wife, and then you're looking at what LAPD is the bullshit Hegelian dialectic that they selling right now. It's just
Hegelian dialectic. Can you give us a quick brief?
All right.
What that means?
Hegel was a philosopher, thought leader, that basically is the foundation of Marxism.
Okay.
Karl Marx.
Okay.
And similar to some Robert Greene 48 Laws of Power type shit.
Okay,
or
that's what you mean.
Art of War type shit. It's the type of shit when you read it, if you got any sort of like a heart, you read it, you like, what the fuck is this shit? But at the same time, the Art of War is for war. So like, we didn't say this is the art of peace. This is when the shit hits the fan and heads must roll. This is how you move because this is it. So basically what a Hegelian dialectic is, it's a way, this is the way the communists would, control their people. And you introduce a problem so that you can then turn around and introduce the solution. So then people would think that the solution is their idea. So you already know what your end goal is
because you've already initiated with the
So you already
with the problem that you presented.
Yeah. So the Hegelian dialectic that's going on right now is crime is up, right? So why is crime up? Because they knew who they was releasing, and let's be clear, everyone knows this: criminal enterprises. The prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex, and organized crime on some level have been connected either directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
That's just facts. Where did Rick Ross get his drugs from? The Iran-Contra affair. Who was run by what? George Bush Sr. and Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did a nigga in South Central get...
South Central LA.
How the fuck was he getting Guatemalan and Panamanian weapons and drugs 5,000 miles away? Or you look at...
Fell off a truck. We know that.
Where did they get all this stuff from? Military weapons. You look at Frank Lucas over there in New York.
Yeah.
Where was Frank Lucas getting his shit from?
Vietnam. Straight from the poppy fields. Poppies.
So you think that the people that was supplying him didn't have an interest in him being able to operate freely on the streets? Of course they did, because that was their product. So you think that they considering they was the military, didn't make phone calls to their other lodge members who might just be in other forms of law enforcement to allow the shit to happen. Yeah.
That's how they knew it was him. They knew to go to him and be like, so this is what the payroll options are. This is how this works. So you're gonna give us this much. Yeah. This and the third. And I just on your wedding day.
That's just how it goes. So I brought that up to say that people, this is a conspiracy. Nigga, this is not a conspiracy. The two things that I just said are recorded on two different coasts. You know what I'm saying? Do you think mysteriously that the operation stopped?
Yeah.
Oh,
they started making movies.
They got Ricch, guys. We gotta find. I guess we just not gonna have this 1,000 keys a month. You know, this 1,000 keys a month that we've been moving through Ricch. I guess we're just gonna stop now. Yeah, I don't think that happened. Yeah, or these 1,000 keys a month that we moving through Frank. I know y'all been used to getting this money straight up because we taking it straight out the dirt. So this is 1,000% markup.
But the gig is up.
The gig is up, guys. They got Frank Lucas.
We can't do no more.
We can't do no more.
Harold was gonna die in the 70s
with Frank Lucas.
That's it.
But mysteriously, that didn't happen. Yeah. So you could pretty much assume that someone else just got the new contract, and that contract has just been going around for the last 40 years, and somebody gets the hot potato.
And it's funny because I think this was on Roy Ma. He had said something about Rick Ross having, I think it was Falcone on his album, and he was saying like he just, which is funny. He made this joke, but he was just like, everybody said they got their breaks from fucking Pablo. Everybody say this. Everybody say if you was old and you old enough to be back then everybody say they got their breaks straight from Pablo.
Well, I mean, right about now, everybody say they got some from Chapo. You got your Scorpion brick. So
they looking for Chapo's 4 kids. I seen that at Newsflash. They're looking for his 4 sons right now, trying to get them. They asking the world if you know anything.
But mysteriously, what's so funny is Central American drug dealers are dirt poor in comparison to East Asian drug dealers.
Damn.
That you never hear nothing about.
I don't even know one story about them.
They Central American drug dealers who they make out to be the bad guys. Central and Southern American drug dealers and cartels. East Asian. The Asian cartels is where the money is.
So it's a Patel out there that's just, I got the booger sugar. I got whatever you need.
Everything.
And they don't ever see me.
And
they think I'm an accountant.
I live in the jungle. They got a whole shit off in the jungle somewhere.
And it's probably even more direct because they probably grow the things out there.
Probably.
Yeah, they literally do the things out there. Ain't no transport and having to go through multiple channels. They probably got a great monopoly happening over there. Vertical integration.
So when you look at what's going on right now, this rise in crime, this rise in gang activity. Yeah. I see nothing but a Hegelian dialectic at play.
I fuck with that. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to flip that word for the title of the show. Hegelian something. Yeah, I'm gonna make it make sense.
It's completely at play.
That makes sense though.
Oh my God, crime is up. Yeah. The Inglewood versus, and I don't know which factions is faction, so I'm not gonna say anything, but let's just say, oh my God, in LA, the Reds and the Blues are killing each other right now. Oh my God, in Florida is going down right now. Oh my God, in New York is going down. Oh my God. So they scare the people up. And then the people say, what is it? We need to get tough on crime. You know what the problem is? Is Joe Biden and the Democrats and their liberal policies, and they're soft on crime. So if you want crime to go down, vote Republican in 2022.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's it.
That sounds about right. I mean, honestly, I've been over politics since the big orange Julius found his way into the White House. It's all, I've always thought it was a joke, but I think it just was fully realized.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
by that time,
when you see it though, when you see the dialectic at play, when you see it at play, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like when you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because it's like you think Chicago, New York, L.A., Atlanta,
Yeah.
Florida,
Yeah.
Houston, all of the sets that have popular, famous, corporate-backed rappers all get into it at the same time nationwide.
Yeah.
That don't sound dumb as fuck to you? So it's two possibilities. There's more than two, but two strongest possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
These are the dumbest niggas in the history of the universe. Let's get rich. Let's get famous.
Yeah.
Let's get everybody know our name, and then go to war with each other and stop all the money.
Yeah. Why not? Why not, you know?
Nationwide, all of them get into it with each other. All the ones that's corporate backed.
Yeah.
Get into it at the same time. Nobody raises their hand and says, hey man, we got millions of followers on Instagram. We got a bunch of little young niggas from the projects that we grew up in who are thirsty for motherfucking TikTok followers, who would do a bunch of stupid shit to get attention, where any flack is gonna fall on us. And we just seen Rico is out in the street. Let's just fall back. Keep selling dope.
Mm-hmm. And everything will fall.
Keep the block is fucking. You can hear birds chirping on this motherfucking block. Keep the block as quiet as possible, and let the spirit pass over us in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you would do? If I had me like just, I don't know, if I had me like $100K a month contract right now, and on top of that, I was like a famous rapper that was getting like $100,000 a show right now, 50 to $100K a show, and I had $100K a month contract.
Yeah.
How likely do you think I'd want any smoke with anyone else who had a 50 to $100K a month contract and was getting $50 to $100,000 a show? How much smoke would I want with that?
Yeah, nah, you wouldn't. You'll play a role. You play a role because that could be gone.
$100K a month contract, which I can't transfer because you cannot transfer them contracts. And if you do transfer the contract, if the other person is not able to handle the contract,
it's still on
it
you.
Automatically comes back on you.
That makes sense. You can't sell it, okay? So you better, all right?
It's a non-transferable contract.
We are expecting this money on time.
They want social security numbers for that contract.
Hit these blocks hard.
No, they Photoshop they scan your social security card, they scan your IDs. Like you have a file.
I mean, to be organized, I ain't mad at that.
So
it's dirty business, but it's business nevertheless.
So if something goes wrong and my block get hot and I can't move these 100 keys next month, I just got to take the next 100 order.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just sitting on this shit.
Outstanding. You got outstanding drugs.
So then a famous person who's my friend got 2 million plus followers.
Yep.
I'm gonna let them shoot and kill at each other on the same block that I gotta move this shit on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that sound smart to you?
No, it don't.
Does it sound smart that one person would do that?
No.
Does it sound smart that 2 people would do that?
No.
Does it sound likely that 10 people would do that all at the same time?
Yeah. Stopping progress.
It's going on in Memphis right now.
Yep.
Chicago.
Yep.
New York.
For sure.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Now LA done blown up for no reason.
Yeah, and that was another thing they said on the Roy and Mal podcast. They said that the LAPD, I think we talked about that too. Like they said that, we can't protect y'all.
We can't protect y'all.
We can't protect y'all.
Hegelian dialectic. So
we can't assure
We can't ensure your
safety while you're in LA.
While you're in LA.
Like the whole city.
And then all of a sudden, these gangbangers start following rich people home and breaking into the houses in Hollywood Hill. Yeah. Even here, Bucktown, over in Bucktown by Wicker Park.
Yeah.
They hired private security for the neighborhood.
Which they should. They was getting busted into for years.
Because the West Side found out that Wicker Park was there.
Oh, this shit closed.
Yeah, see, Southsiders made Wicker Park cool.
Yeah.
Then the West Side found out, like, oh, you live on Western.
Oh, that's
me too. Wait.
So you mean I can get on?
So you 2000 Northwestern, and I'm 100 Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
So we 19 blocks away. And you live in a $3 million house 19 blocks away from me?
Oh, you getting robbed.
I'm come see you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come see that. So all these cities.
And get home quick. But they're gonna be like, these guys vanished. It's like, no, I'm robbing. I'm robbing the township next to me.
Right. Literally. Literally. So you look at that, right?
And y'all ain't coming over here.
So do you really think that all 10 of these major metropolitan areas with the corporate backed and financed rappers all just went haywire all at the same time?
No. I mean, I get it. But I think that's a good
Winka-dinkily.
That's a good point to talk about more money. But the only thing I really wanted to highlight from this interview, because I didn't watch all of it, but I definitely seen this part. Of the Big Sean's Drink Champs. I don't know if you watched all of it.
Yeah, not all of it. It's 3 hours.
See what I'm saying?
I'll be lifing.
But this part kind of jumped out is a great response, which I really want to applaud, and I want everybody to pay attention because I'm gonna make sure I put the things right here. Just the demeanor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like so many people talk about how they've been wronged, and you could tell it's still on them.
Oh no, he's in a place of zen.
He in a place of like, yeah, that shit happened, but what? Am I gonna let this shit ruin my day?
No.
Retelling this? No. It is what it is. I spent the money. It is what it is. But here's a clip from the Drink Champs episode.
Business-wise, you know what I'm saying? And they still clicked up and linked up, right? So I'm the only artist who put out 5 albums under Good Music. I'm the only one who put out back-to-back-to-back number ones, platinum albums, double platinum albums, platinum album. You know what I'm saying? And and by the way, being signed to Kanye is a golden opportunity.
Right.
It's something that he changed my life, and I love him for that. But every time Kanye has called on me, every single time, no matter what I was doing, within 1 day's notice, I'm wherever he's at, bro. And whether it's to contribute to him in the studio, whether it's to contribute a line, write a verse for him. He just take maybe parts of the verse, maybe the whole verse, maybe just to help him with his vibe, like just to help him catch a vibe wherever he's at in the world, bro. I've traveled around the world for this man every time he's called, and have done this and not asked for publishing a lot of the times. Why? Because he gave me a golden opportunity of signing to Good Music.
Right.
A lot of people have signed to Good Music. I just want to keep that in mind. But not a lot of people nobody on Good Music has put out 5 LPs and back-to-back-to-back number ones, right? So for irony's sake, in 2015, when I won a VMA with Ye and John Legend, for irony's sake, for One Man Could Change the World, I was the first person to tweet Kanye for president. The first one. Right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so when I heard what he was talking about, it didn't make sense, bro, because my manager saw my record deal and said, this is a shitty record deal. I would never say that, though, because why? It was an opportunity. I can work my way out of anything.
And when you say management, you're not saying Rock Nation?
Yeah, I'm saying Rock Nation.
Okay, Rock Nation.
I'm saying Rock Nation. I'm saying Jay Brown.
I said Jay Brown. My nigga.
And this man, I had to spend my own money auditing my label because millions of dollars are missing, and you can tell when millions of dollars are missing.
Of course.
Right?
Yes. You should be.
I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my label, thinking Universal owed me this money, and the money had been paid to Good Music.
Ooh.
Woo!
I did definitely see this part.
Yeah, nah. So what I feel like, is interesting, and if you don't know from the 2-part Drink Champs episode with Kanye West, there was, I believe it was in the first or the second part, I can't remember, but he mentioned Big Sean as one of the, you know, biggest mistakes he ever made in terms of his just music executive aspect of his career, saying that, you know, he attached it to that, but also attached it to him, Big Sean, and John Legend, quote unquote, being used by the Democratic
Machine.
Party and machine,
which niggas do get used by.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Vote or die.
This is going to be a series of statements where two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah,
Let's just start that.
Yeah, and I think it is funny that he pointed that shit out, but more than anything, it's like, my nigga, for you to not fuck with me or say this publicly and it be in the lines of like talking about loyalty, it's like, my nigga, like,
oh no,
I've been more than loyal, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Literally just sunned Ye
like a motherfucker,
and it was the most intelligent, sophisticated,
non-emotional.
See, I say Janae is my favorite type of toxic.
She do something right.
Because
what's the name? Don't give a damn. Well, no, she wasn't ever with him, but they cousins. They related.
Janae, my favorite type of toxic, because you can tell them crystal bowls and them new moon ceremonies. And
they calm that
motherfucker down, because he, you know, emotions are energy in motion, right?
Yep.
And that's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people though, do you have emotions or do your emotions have you?
Yeah. And
a lot of people have been this new victim consciousness era that I'm so happy it's over. People were taught that allowing your emotions to have you was a natural good thing, and it's not. Mm-hmm. It's not. Like, is the tail wagging the dog, or is the dog wagging the tail? Most people have, like, in modern, that victim consciousness cancel culture, if you say that it's okay, if you say it's not okay for the tail to wag the dog, they're going to bark at you. That's just how they feel. Let them express. Shut the fuck up. You have to be the master commander of yourself. You have to master. You don't have to. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Ideally, though, you're going to master and command both your thoughts, not both, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. If you have your thoughts and your emotions in alignment with your highest and greatest good and your definite chief aim, then the actions that you take will be divine and blessed, and your steps will be ordered. It's thoughts, emotions, and actions. And if you just witnessed what Sean was doing, his thoughts were very clear.
Yes.
They were very lucid.
Yes.
They were very organized. And they were all
backed by facts.
Backed by facts. The emotion that I perceived from him was peace.
Yeah, it's like,
that's an emotion.
It's the past. It happened. It's still happening.
It was humility. It was peace.
Yeah.
It was confidence.
Yeah.
And it was accuracy.
Very much.
So, which is contrasted to Kanye, almost 180 degrees.
180 degrees.
Because
he's everywhere. He's all over the place.
Yeah,
he's
no
not
centeredness. It's no
anything can make him go left or right or high or low, or, you know.
He's not in the center. And
even though that's where he envisions he is.
Nah, that motherfucker's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that's no disrespect to crazy people. You know, there's no disrespect to crazy people. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They just crazy. Kanye got some other shit going on. So it was good. Even him saying like, "Oh, so it ain't me." Well, who else went platinum? Who else did this? Who else did that? Who else did that?
I did 5 albums.
I did 5 albums.
He was like, "You done signed all these people."
You done signed, but see, that's the thing. When you sign. Everybody who want to be in the music industry, they have to read everything. The music. This is a book on music industry. Is about this fucking thick. I think Donald Passman wrote one, and it's another one. So when you sign to label deals and boutique deals, the way things go is the label is advanced. So like, let's say you sign to Young Money. I'll just take it off good music for a second.
Okay.
But the philosophy goes the same.
Okay.
So you signed to Young Money.
Which is
Cash Money.
Cash Money, which is
Republic.
Universal. Okay.
So everybody so the check has to filter down to Young Money, and then after it filters to Young Money, it has to filter to you,
the artist.
But as an artist, your account, especially if you're on a boutique label, might be connected to the actual label's account. So you could be in the black, but the label is in the red, so you don't get paid.
Yeah. It's only one piece of money coming in. We got to split this up right now.
So with as many artists that failed on good music and failed with budgets, I don't know they accounting. But everything that Big Sean is saying is completely possible and likely. And in addition, Kanye be divaing it up with his whole recording shit because he let's fly out to Hawaii and rent a mansion. The fuck? Like
you don't get your ass in this closet.
I mean, that shit all sounds great, right?
I feel you though.
It sounds great. It sounds good.
Sound like you can make some great music in that type of environment too.
Yeah, it sounds like you're gonna run up a budget.
Yeah.
So I'm sure. And then you got to remember, Kanye was just $60 million in debt. Perfect. I'm sure he runs some people, they run their corporations based on debt.
That makes sense.
They just dig as big a hole as you possibly can and just wait for the
big check to come back.
So Kanye, if his personal life was like that, is quite and like I'm cheap, and when it comes to certain things, and I'm not a cheap person. But certain things, the Excel spreadsheet in my mind just turns on. Yeah. And I'm just like, no. That's the answer. And Kanye seems like the type of person doesn't have that Excel spreadsheet in his mind. Like, even if you look at his Drink Champs. Yeah. Nori said, nigga, we don't need a $10,000 set. Kanye was going to have a $10,000 set at Drink Champs. And Nori had to talk him out of it and say, could you just sit in the same chair that Pharrell sat in?
Everybody sat in.
So
Big Daddy Kane sat in here.
I like the way Big Sean sunned him. I want to see what Kanye does next. Just pay the man. But I really feel that Big Sean showed the big in the word. Because he looked like the big homie to me.
Seemed a lot more level-headed, a lot more... guided, measured.
And I don't know if he has coaching or if he's just that smart.
He seemed, to me, he always...
Well, both.
I think he always seemed very, just the way he handled media, he never came off unprepared or thrown off by any means. Even when he came out saying that, he's been dealing with particular mental health things, and that was why he's been low, and whatever. And luckily, he had Janae there, to provide the sativa and the sativa and the coaching.
That creamy Asian surprise.
Yeah. So it's like I get it. You know what I'm saying?
With your Bonnie dick,
right?
You got yogurt anyway.
But no,
I like the way he sunned him. I like the way he handled himself. I like the way he played Nori a little bit. He, to me, looks like Big Sean.
Yeah.
He looked real big. Yeah. And normally when I see shit, I could think of ways that I would have been like, oh, you could have answered this better. You could have handled it. For me to say a bunch of ignorant shit, I actually got a lot of media training. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to, I can I could be on point. It's just literally, I know that this world is falling apart, and I know what the next level of media is looking like. I'm just gonna do it in advance. But I have tremendous media. I used to train the motherfuckers, not all the way, but when help motherfuckers out. So I know how to answer questions properly. I just don't. I don't give a fuck. So when I actually see somebody do it for real, though, it's like holy shit, because now. What he set himself up to do is be an executive somewhere.
Yeah.
because
he knows so much. He's had to learn so much.
If I was a notch or two ahead of him, I'd be trying to hire him right now.
Yeah,
because I didn't know I didn't know he had that many platinum plaques and stuff like that. So it's just like, and I didn't know he was that smooth. So you put him in as a VP, it's the ultimate way to check your artist. Because if you got some wild little high-headed artist or some egotistical egomaniac person, and you got Big Sean as the VP, and he's sitting over there all zen, and if they try to get a little ego, he'd be like, for the record, you haven't sold 1/10 of the records that I've sold.
Yeah.
So you might want to
pipe down.
Yeah, pipe down, chill out, and for the record, only about 10% of people on the planet can out-rap me. So I don't know what side of the line you on.
I can still bar your ass up.
I don't know what side of the line you on, but
that's a good point. But
9 out of 10 times I'm gonna fuck you up. So,
and I think we've seen some good things from that when you think about Top and and just how they get over there, at TDE and Punch, and just having some actual music inclination. You do certainly have executives who never really dabbled in music, but are great executives. But a lot of them who are, knew how to at least play a damn drum or something.
He seemed like Coach Prime to me.
Yeah,
like you're a good player. Think you might be a better coach.
Hell yeah,
you might be a better coach.
And you're a really good player because just like Prime is a hell of a career. But what he about to do for
what he's already done. It ain't about it's done.
No, it's done, but I feel like we really at the tip of the iceberg. I forgot a little dude's name, but shout out to you. I just seen that tweet. I just retweeted that tweet. The number one recruit who was gonna go to Florida
I like
State.
the way he threw their hats off. You see that shit?
Hell yeah.
I think we predicted this very thing on this podcast.
Yeah.
I think we did. As a matter of fact, I know we did. I don't know what episode it was, but we said Coach Prime is going to be the one to do it. It's going to be based on NILs, and he going to start getting them numbers. Now, I didn't think he was going to get the number 1 5-star, but it makes sense because dude's a cornerback. And if you the cornerback, who could be a better coach for you than Dion?
To get to the next level, especially, my nigga. Yeah, we talking about, damn, they ain't put his name in it, damn.
No, because they want to hide the brother. They want to hide. They want to hide that young brother.
But yes, the top recruit from Collins
High School,
Collins Hill High School. You feel me? Shout out to you, and can't wait to see what else you do, bro. But no, let's pivot to the main point.
Okay.
To the main discussion to talk about a little bit of the music that was released in this year. It was a pandemic year. Let's start here. It was a pandemic year. And so we got another one from, everybody was on pause. Everybody was kind of, on some waiting and seeing.
Right.
But we pretty much got something from a little bit of everybody. And top of the year, we had this release from J. Cole, the off season. I believe his 5th or 6th album.
Yeah, he been out a while.
Yeah, bro been out a while. And this is My Life.
Up, just like a rich nigga steak.
But what's funny about this song? It's a great song. I think it was one of the few
It's
that
a remake of the one they did last time.
Oh, you talking about A Lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure it is. But more than anything, it was something that you said. It was something that you said about him being granola. When we first talked about this album that I thought was very poignant. And we'll go back to the episode, make sure I put the card right here, you got it. But nevertheless, I think it was really poignant because it was like, yeah, that's always been a thing for him. He's always never really been truly defined. Because this album to me gave disgruntled rapper. It gave like, hey, y'all don't really appreciate me, you know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all don't really think I'm number one, and I feel like I rap better than everybody. I feel like I'm this, that, and the third. Yeah. It's like, but my nigga, like, we can't be like you. And I think you made that shit very clear from a commercial standpoint, which I feel like my whole take on it was always like, the reason why Kendrick is in the place that he is and number one in a lot of people's hearts is because he just does what the other two niggas do but he just does it better than them.
Yeah.
When Kendrick wants to make a commercial hit, he makes it, and it literally niggas see it as damn art. Everybody's playing it. They think it's so well produced, so well everything.
Right.
And when a nigga just want to rap and just be, you know what I'm saying, lyrical, miracle, spiritual, he can do that.
Right.
So it's like he does the thing that both of y'all literally do more than anything to an extreme.
It's also a lot of artists. I fucking hate artists, right? I do. Bottom of my heart. Bottom of my fucking soul, I can't stand their asses. Which is funny. Because like all my friends are artists. But I fucking hate artists. And the reason J. Cole is in this position, have you ever, like, J. Cole to me is a 16-bar assassin. You do not, well, you do, but you kind of don't want to have J. Cole feature on your song. I can't name a J. Cole feature that J. Cole ain't kill. I can't name one.
I agree.
Whenever, like, even when they did that, what's the name of his group? They did that collabo album.
Oh, you talking about the
Dreamville album?
You talking about Revenge of the Dreamers?
Every song that he hopped on, he out-rapped all them niggas and let them know that he was the boss.
For sure. It was great.
It was amazing.
It was great.
The good thing about it, though, is he wasn't making none of the beats.
Yep.
He wasn't picking none of the hooks.
Yep.
They just had a 16 waiting for his ass. And what J. Cole proved to me with that was that he just simply needs a fucking A&R and not to be in charge. The reason that J. Cole is where he's at is because he made the music that he wanted to make, which is fine. But there's a reason why I hate artists. Because they all talk, oh, I want to make my bars, oh, I want to do this, oh, it's for the culture. Well, nigga, if you just making music that's just for you, and that's because that's what you like, you know what I want you to do? Play that shit in the room by your damn self, in the dark. Don't subject nobody else to listen to that shit. Don't make, if it's just for you, then guess who should be the only person to hear it? You. It's just for you. That's why I can't stand fucking selfish ass artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get stuck in this imaginary world that never was. That never was. Like, MC means move the crowd. I didn't come up with this. This is fucking Rakim.
Yeah.
Rakim, not me. Not me. If you got a problem with it, take it up with the 18th letter. Do not say anything to me. Move the fucking crowd. It also means microphone commando. You know what I'm saying? Master of consciousness. It means a lot of shit. But MC means move the fucking crowd. It don't mean play some boring, slow ass beats and try to fit as much alliteration in and per syllables and internal rhyme scheme. It does not mean that. MC means microphone commando that moves the fucking crowd. Move the crowd. Move them. A lot of times when people want to be artsy-fartsy, they make shit that does not move the crowd. And then when the crowd is not moved, they get upset about it. Y'all just don't like real music. No, nigga. No, nigga. You did not move the crowd. So, J. Cole to me, great MC, 16-bar assassin. I personally think that 95% of people have no fucking business ever getting on a song with him whatsoever because he will fucking embarrass you on your shit. J. Cole's a phenomenal rapper. I also think that him sitting in the room by himself, I think that his best work to me is that Dreamville shit when he had other people in the room and other producers and he absolutely acted a fool. And him getting upset that everybody, and then I hate when he says that. Before I move on to off J. Cole, J. Cole could go on. I've seen him go on a tour by himself. Anderson .Paak was the opening act. This nigga sold out in 90 Center 2 nights in a row, Madison Square Garden. Staples Center.
That's why I was like, my nigga, it's kind of hard for you to like be rapping and want sympathy in any way or perspective. Because your perspective to be seen as one that everybody should consider. It's like, my nigga,
fuck out of here.
Because that's why I came in here and said what I said. I'm like, my nigga, you are the only one. You the only nigga without a fucking newsboy cap and backpack to do this shit at this level. Like, nobody else who is, it comes from that same cloth. of being able to really rap well, but really don't have any other definable characteristics that really make them flashy, make you really want to follow them. But that's
also because they wasn't A&R. Like,
but that's the thing. It's like, my nigga, you got that, and you ain't even like, you got that, and you didn't even do the things that could propel you into a new space or to be seen in a different way.
Because you didn't want to do that.
And you still got so much.
So, like, let's be clear: 70% of artists' money is generated off of tours.
Yeah,
I always laugh when people be like, "Oh, this rapper from the South is hot, or this rapper hot, or this rapper hot." I'm like, all right, well, if they so hot, why when they come in Chicago do they fucking be performing on 147 some damn well? That nigga so damn hot. Oh, this is the hottest rappers in the city. All right, well, they coming in, where they show it? Harvey. They can't be hot. If 70% of their money is generated off of motherfucking ticket sales, please explain to me how somebody performing at the Genesis Convention Center in Gary some damn well, or in Harvey in a venue they got a 2,000 people cap. Mm-hmm. How the fuck is they making money?
Quick little, you know, $40, $50 a ticket.
Yeah, or you could sell out the United Center in 25,000 tickets. So you trying to tell me that the nigga who could get 25,000 people to buy tickets is not as hot as the motherfucker who can't get 2,000 people to buy tickets? Where? Like, where does that make... That's why I know this whole black media is a Hegelian dialectic, because if you ask majority of people who was the hottest motherfucker, they'll point at people who I guarantee you, when they come to Chicago, they're going to be performing at a fucking strip club, standing on the stage, or when Coi Leray performed at that spot and they had her standing on a chair. She the hottest motherfucker and they got her standing on a chair on 187th and Halsted. Get the fuck out of here. And nigga who y'all say whack can sell out the United Center 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So they sold 30,000 tickets, but they whack. This motherfucker sold 250 tickets and they hot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. But I wanted to pivot to another album that came out this year.
Gotta be stupid.
And I think it's right in line in terms of transition, because this is J. Cole's pronounced and profound influence.
Right, of course.
Being Nasdaq Nas.
Nasir Adam.
And so, but no, King's Disease 2 came out this year,
right.
Not just a few months ago, actually. And this is Nobody featuring Miss Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
One of my favorite tracks from the album. I think the album, overall, it felt like it was a continuation from King's Disease 1.
They just kept going.
You could tell it was like definitely probably some songs or some concepts from that first, probably that first batch that was like, oh yeah, we got another one.
Yeah, we got another.
We literally got a rhythm. We might as well make 14 more. And I mean,
he live in L.A. Hit boy in L.A. It's literally like, nigga, what you doing? Slide through.
But I think in terms of what this did this year was I love. To me, I didn't understand I understood because of just from a business aspect of like, why put out music if people if you won't be able to gain as much money as you can from just the release of this music immediately. Right. Just the return on investment. I think that's where the space for creativity could have came in for a lot more people, and possibly some type of direct marketing strategy. Right. To be able to still put out music, keep people abreast on you. And I fuck with Nas still, not being afraid, still coming out with something.
Well, Nas is independently wealthy.
Exactly.
And I think, I know that the shit Hit Boy doing is how I'm getting over right now. He swallowed his pride, and he's a service provider. And if you pay attention, Hit Boy is working with all the people who didn't click with Kanye. They work together, but Kanye's, all he has to do is not be Kanye.
Which is simple.
That's it. And by him,
naturally he isn't.
Just don't be Kanye. Nigga, we don't need to fly out to Wyoming to get in the studio. We could literally just come to you live in LA, I live in LA.
Come to my studio.
Come to the crib, I come to your crib, whatever.
You can knock it out. I already got some things for you already.
Like, Nigga, what do you need? A Avalon preamp, a fucking a universal audio interface, and a Newman mic.
Yeah.
That's all you go to $100,000 studio. Got an Avalon preamp, a universal audio motherfucking interface, and a Newman U87. That's what you're using.
Yeah.
So, or a SSL board or whatever.
Yeah.
So guess how much all that shit really costs?
How much?
$15,000. So if a nigga is spending $10,000, $5,000 on a table at a club, how much does it cost to buy all that shit? Nothing. So like I think Hit Boy is winning because he's making everything convenient. He's being not Kanye, and instead of forcing his image onto other artists, he's bringing their image to life. So shout out to him. Shout out to NASDAQ. I like the way Nas is moving as an elder statesman. And he doesn't have any of that vitriol or venom that J. Cole and them other ones have. Because Nas literally is just at the point, kind of what Jay is at with 444 and his J Electronica album.
Yeah.
I just make what the fuck I want to make.
Yeah.
I don't care how many units it move. I don't care. I talked to the label and they said it was fine.
Yeah, but you know what?
Who's the label? Me.
But yeah, to keep it moving, the next kind of album highlighting the niche that released this year was Exodus by DMX. And this is Hood Blues featuring DMX, Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, and I believe Conway's on this. I believe all your
I think the whole Griselda's on there.
Which is such an amazing thing to happen. Overall, we lost X this year, which I think
lost a lot of people.
This year. But X definitely shook up everybody, because I think X is already, he transcended rap culture and hip hop culture just to being a figure.
Yeah.
Honestly, just a figure in the world.
Greatest funeral procession. I remember the Prince of England died that week. DMX funeral procession. Shit it. I don't care what y'all doing in York, nigga. Yeah. Over here in New York, nigga, they shitted on the Prince of England's funeral. That was the most fun. Like, and like you said, DMX had actually like transcended artists and just became like famous.
Yeah, he was DMX. He was just
DMX.
Yeah.
And what made, he was such a human, like a regular person.
Very much.
That I'm sure that people around him didn't appreciate him, just started treating him like imagine if that was just your drinking partner. You just went and played pool with him, and after a while you forgot he was DMX.
Yeah.
But then you went to that nigga funeral and you saw that shit.
Yeah.
You were like,
damn, my nigga.
Who was that?
My bowling buddy. My bowling buddy is really loved out here.
Is that nigga for real?
It's truly that nigga. But I think truly the loss of a great that really presented the blueprint, the pathway for just honestly depth and emotionality within rap on a consistent basis. Like, if that's your thing, then it can stay your thing. Like, you can stay. You don't have to. You know how everybody was like, "Hey, I got real with y'all this album. I got vulnerable. I gave y'all me on this album.
Don't.
DMX gave us him every single time. It was always something that you could feel. It was always something that you was like, damn, this motherfucker really is connected with something. That feels like you just say what needs to be said.
I like DMX, the people that fight to get their soul back.
Yeah.
It was always rumors that was pig's blood on that first album cover.
Yeah.
And when he went from being Dark Man X, then I'm gonna be the Dog Man, and like that boy was on stage pleading for his soul and developed a real interesting relationship with God.
Yeah.
A very interesting spiritual relationship. I honestly believe he was from a family of I think he was from a family of seers. Like he might come from a spiritual line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And just was untrained.
He was real. He definitely had a resonance to him.
It'd be like if like the Skywalker line still exists.
Yeah.
And you still related to Luke and Anakin and all of them. Just nobody told you was a Skywalker.
Yeah. Which it's not to get not to put my tinfoil kufi on too tight. I think that was something that I like recognized when I was in school. Just like having that realization of how much displacement and disconnection occurred.
Yeah.
And just sat there and thought like, damn, we literally are just walking around with DNA, with the literal biological predesignation to already have some type of talent, some type of skill, some type of something that dates back possibly thousands and tens of thousands of years ago, millions of years ago, and we don't know not a piece of that shit. We don't even understand why we like what we like. We don't understand why we cling to what we cling to. And it was I think it was a documentary that I heard. It was just like talking about how like not from a like understanding history helps you develop better, but understanding personal history, family history actually aids in your overall personal development. And they gave an example of like if you have this fucking like just if you like this sneakerhead and you just love fucking shoes and you really do it, you really into this shit, and then you find out your fucking great grandfather's a fucking cobbler or some shit like that. It's sense. Like, oh, right, this shit is deep rooted. Like I've always had this longing for this type of shit. Yeah, but to find out, like people always because my like pen name and moniker is King and shit like that, and I think people always try to put certain things on me when I say that, but it's like, my nigga, like y'all got to really expand y'all minds, because I'm not saying that because y'all need to say it to me, say it for me, right, or y'all need to start calling each other that shit. Because the fact of the matter is that all y'all motherfuckers don't come from that. Nah. And the problem,
somebody was the janitor.
But the problem is that you see that as a devalued piece in a civilization, No. And I think that's the issue.
That's how a lot of this shit works, man. You say the tinfoil kufi.
Just when folks just sitting here,
I get, but the truth is that all that's real.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of times people the lie that the number one lie is that the spirit world is somewhere else. That's the number one lie.
Okay.
People think, oh, you got to die to go to the spirit world. What if we already in the spirit world?
Yeah.
Oh, because like everybody assumes that the material universe and the spiritual universe are separate.
Yeah.
Where did you get that idea from? Like, where do you have that evidence? Like, where'd you get that idea from? Mm-hmm. But most people share it. They don't consciously, like not no one, but very few people consciously say to themselves, I presume that the spiritual world and the material world are two separate things. But most people do.
Yeah.
Now, or they presume that the material world is all that there is, and that the spiritual world is an illusion. Two concepts. Maybe you got it backwards, and the spiritual world is all there is, and the material world is an illusion. Or maybe you also have it backwards, and that we're already in the spirit world. So if you look at it from that perspective, what they do is they find people like DMXs, they find people like the Hoves and the Nazirs of the world and the Yeezys of the world, who may have come from spiritual lines that they are not aware of, because as you say, they, in their mind, I'm from the projects, or their mind, I'm from here. Their roots are so shallow, like a radish, that they don't know who they really are. If you can only trace your family line back to grandma,
that's it.
Then you just missed out on 26,000 years worth of people fucking. At least.
Yeah.
At least. Like you don't know who you are. And that's why I loved Lovecraft Country. That's why they got rid of it, because it's touching into that.
Yeah.
Like Marcy is a name for snake charmer.
That's interesting.
So Hove,
Yeah.
Jay-Z, and mind you take the Jay-Z train, it's a brown line. That's how you get to Marcy. So that literally could be where he got his name from, or Jazzo. But they was also Nubians. So, Dr. Malachi York. So who knows how much they really do know going in. But Jay-Z could be looked at as, it's no J in Judaism. It's no J. Weird. So Jay-Z could also be looked at as the Alpha and Omega, A-Z, and Hove, and he's a snake charmer. Kanye, the name Kanye means is all praises due. So his name is Kanye Amari West. All praises due to the West. Where the sun sets. Oh, okay, whatever, cool. And he becomes Yeezus. Nazir is the in Quran. That's the name of
Adam.
Yeah. So you got Adam, and he's from the bridge. He lives under the bridge. So it's like these spiritual things that if you didn't know any better, you just wave them off as a coincidence.
Yeah,
but
not you actualizing so much in your life that's already predestined.
So maybe somebody could read these things, recognize what it was, and came in and corrupted them at a young age because they knew who they were before they did.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. And I think that's something that you really tap into, and to figure out with yourself, because I've had a lot of interesting conversations with people who have done just a little bit of digging, and it's brought them so much more clarity on their own direction and passion.
Oh no! When I found out who even just the European side, I know I found out something real interesting. We weren't slaves.
You like your whole family?
Not my father's side.
Okay.
So
they were just free?
No, what happened was the last European Crump that we related to.
Yeah.
His name was James Crump. He had a plantation.
Yeah.
Called Crumptown, Mississippi.
Gotcha.
That's all I knew about. Found out he came from Crumptown, North Carolina. So the Crumps just had money and they just built cities.
Oh, okay. Which makes sense.
Then I found out where he came from. Actually, when the European Crumps so old and had so much money, when the state of Virginia became a state, they donated land to the state of Virginia as a gift. Pre-establishment.
We already own this.
Yeah, so as a gift to the state of Virginia to show her birthday, they gave her land, and that land still exists. It's called Crump Creek. And they also had land in Maryland. So, but even if you look at, we talking about spirit world, Maryland and Virginia, the Virgin Mary. And what's in between Maryland and Virginia?
A river.
DC.
Oh, DC? Yeah, you're right.
What's in the middle of the Virgin Mary? DC. They gave birth to the Virgin Mary gave birth. So that's what DC is. And that's why they got those obelisks in DC, the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
That represents the
phallus.
The phallus that's in the middle of the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder, once again, are we already in the spirit world? But anyway, I found that out about the Crump. So where did the non-slave thing come from? So he had kids with a dark-skinned Native American woman. So dark skin, look blue-black, but was Native American, wavy hair and all that shit. So he was not a general, officer in the Confederacy.
Yeah.
After the Civil War, before he died, he gave the land to his black kids.
Damn.
But they weren't black. They was Native American. But super dark-skinned Native American. So my grandfather looked like the Chicago Blackhawks logo. That's how my grandfather looked. So even though it was slavery, even though they was on a plantation, his black kids was really his kids. And when the Civil War ended, he gave the land to his kids. So that's what That's my family line.
We was kings. we was kings.
But
we always been free.
that's why we some funny acting niggas.
What the fuck wrong with you? No, that's hilarious. But I love that. That's a good antidote. I like that.
But if you ever wonder, if you meet some Crumps and they some funny acting motherfuckers, like David Banner name is Lavelle Crump.
He's from Mississippi, right? Yeah.
I told you, we from Crumptown, Mississippi, which is outside of Jackson.
Yeah.
David's from Jackson. The guy who always gets like the Trayvon Martin case, his name is Ben.
Ben Crump.
Ben Crump.
Yeah.
And then the richest black woman and the first black female billionaire name was Sheila Crump. She was related to Bob. She was married to Bob Johnson. And she told him, if you sell BET, I'm going to divorce you and take half your money.
Damn.
He sold BET to Viacom. Miss Crump was
and that makes that's on brand too.
Miss Crump was
it's like don't ever give these people this shit.
No, that's a Crump woman. That's a Crump woman.
Don't you ever give these white folks all this shit. Why would you do this?
Why would you? You know what?
You probably worth way more than that.
They gonna give you $2 billion. That mean you worth 10. You ignorant motherfucker. That's a Crump woman. So like,
I'm gonna let you go.
I gotta let you go.
I'm gonna let you go.
So no, when you learn this stuff about you and you figure out who it like, and that's the European aspect. That's only one part. Then it's the Native American woman who seduced a plantation owner and convinced him to treat their child like it was his child, and he's an officer in the Confederacy in Mississippi.
Boo.
The fuck did she say?
Woo woo. Woo woo woo. Woo woo
So
woo.
I don't know her name. I know her son's name. No, her name is, we don't know her name right now. But her son was called Pate Crump, and his name was Pay Crump.
Pay
Crump. So you pay Crump, and we got pictures of him, and so when people be like, "Oh, we got Indian in our family," I'm like,
"Yeah, we definitely do.
We definitely do." And she did some voodoo on them.
Those smoke signals go crazy. Good ganja. Good peyote. He was like, "Oh, I see a fortune coming into your life." Me too. Me too. I seen that too. But no, next song is honestly because I feel like these two have been on a run.
Hey, shout out to Dale Curry. His wife fucked that little ratting ass motherfucker. Shout out to Dale Curry, man. That ugly mother. I wouldn't even be mad you cheated on me. I'd be like, him?
I didn't even know who she cheated on with.
Oh man, it was somebody afterwards. There's no reconciliation.
Oh, I get it. It's like if that's what you're gonna do, all right.
I
thought he cheated on her or something.
Nah, she did.
That's funny. But no, so I have The Voice of the Heroes was released this year as well. Lil Durk and Lil Baby's collab album. This is playing now with Still Hood. The song Still Hood. These two have been honestly featuring Lil Durk, featuring Lil Baby, featuring Lil Durk and Lil Baby has been pretty much the
recipe.
The recipe for radio spins, the recipe for a good little bit of streams, or just some sense of like paying attention to whatever your project is.
Lil Baby, I feel like took that Drake, like how Lil Wayne took it. Like Lil Wayne bequeathed a single for me will almost get you platinum just if I'm on the single.
Yeah.
So Lil Wayne had that for a minute.
Yeah.
Then he bequeathed it to Drake,
and then Drake
to Lil Baby.
And I think it's valid. I think it's valid because I think it's a flavor. I think it's a vibe that people are really pretty much trying to procure from these two. I think because I've always said, I think Dirk got like a million fucking voices and shit that kind of help him be able to jump on jump on different shit, jump on different vibes. And funny enough, the content could still be the exact same. Even though he is singing, even though he is using his voice, even though he's using the auto-tune, whatever voice he choose, this nigga still talk about some shit.
Same shit.
But Lil Baby, I think, just has a flow that people just stuck with right now.
I don't know how it worked, but it did.
They just stuck with it.
It did.
It's a very jittery type of flow that's I wouldn't even say all the way unique. It just feels like a amalgamation of a few things we've heard before, and I think that's why people
you know what it is
are
though?
drawn to it.
He found a pocket.
Hell yeah.
And he owned it.
Owned that motherfucker.
He owned it. He named it. He claimed it.
Yeah.
And the people that gravitated towards it.
Hell yeah.
And that's that.
Hell yeah. But shout out to them because I feel like they certainly
it's kind of sad to me, just with the fact that, like, you look at Dirk, man, success must not be that fun for him at times. I'm sure it's fun. But, like, I'm sure there's certain things that you say that we just don't ever get because we not from Tennessee.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can make a reference. You be like, hey, man, remember when that song came out? And I'm going to just give you the blankest face of all time. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't never heard that artist before. I don't know.
Right.
That got to be Dirk's everyday life because he's surrounded by people that don't know him. Like, who can you share a real story with? Like, you're not in the city you from. The people who you would love to be here with you to celebrate all this with you are not there.
Like, and not even with in this plane.
No, they got a new body. at the best, they got a new body.
Very, very, very much Chris Rock down to earth. They walking around as a white man in Chicago.
The best case scenario, they're 1 year old right now and crying. So, my heart kind of just, and the reason why I say this a lot when it comes to that is I have been. The worst thing that could happen sometime is to get an all-access wristband and be by yourself.
Damn. That's deep.
It's terrible.
That's deep.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you get like an all-access to Coachella and you lose your group. Your phone dead, you lose your group, whatever.
Your Lonely Island.
Yeah, you in the green room. Yeah, it's free, everything. Yeah, you 5 feet away from such and such.
Person.
Insert name here.
Yeah.
After about 20 minutes of that shit, you be ready to go.
And because I think shout out to my mom. I don't know if I told you this, but I feel like I might have mentioned it to you, maybe off mic. My mom has been to several barbecues and cookouts where Young Dolph was present.
Oh.
And she had no clue. She is obsessed with Young Dolph and his recent passing.
It touched her.
She just looked into it and just looked him up. And so she came across interviews, listened to music, got on the phone with him. She was like, just got another band, dog. I'm like, Ma, you need to relax your 50-year-old ass down.
Right.
Listen to all this damn Dolph.
Right.
Like, golly. She was like, he was like, it's so sad. I was like, yeah, all that shit
all
sad,
my
Ma.
favorite rappers is dead. And you say, like, this is why this is an awkward episode for me.
Yeah.
Because my two new favorite rappers was Nipsey and Dolph.
Damn.
And if you know me, you know why I like Nipsey and Dolph.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's pretty obvious.
For sure.
It's a layup that I would enjoy Nipsey and Dolph.
Yeah.
Like, that's a layup.
Yeah.
I love LA. I don't let the niggas there, but I love LA.
Yeah.
And I love people talking about owning the community.
That's
so
it.
Clearly.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling my mom about his music. I was telling her, like, I get why you like it, because I know my mom is always, I think that's where I get it from, just like loving just affirmations and quotes and just, affirming type statements and shit like that. And it's like, you can listen to certain Dolph songs and it literally just be this like damn near mantra. It's like, very much like, speaking to, the abundance that you have, very much like, oh no, all I'm thinking about is what's about to happen. That's about to be good for me. All I'm thinking about, and the wording of what he's saying is something catchy, but it's like, my nigga Lily is just saying like, no, I'm good. I'm up and I'm never going to be down. I'm up and I'm never going to be down.
Yeah.
How can you, not really relate to it on just a basic level? But she told me that she was sitting there after you watched a few interviews. She was talking to her best friend, who's also her hairdresser, Step.
All right.
Who lives in Memphis, and said she was like, Steph, have you did you hear about this young man who was killed in Memphis, and his name is Dolph, and this, that, and the third, blah blah. And she was like, Monica, you done been in the same room as this man at least 8 or 9 times. I guess Dolph's his wife's father works with Steph's husband. So they, because he the boss, he be having gatherings, how I think he a contract or something. So he be having barbecues and shit like that.
It's not a big place. So.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's real easy it's real easy.
Well, like Memphis might be what, size of the west side or something, or maybe size of the south side. I'm talking about the whole city.
It's hard to say because if you talk about like kind of like how like Chicago land. If you depending on what you count, right? It depends.
No, I'm talking about Memphis proper.
Memphis proper. Yeah, I guess you could probably say that. I think that's probably a good way to say it because a lot of people live. Either live. Essentially, South Haven, Mississippi is technically kind of like a part of metropolitan, but it just really depends.
No, I hear what you're saying.
And but it's really like everything from the river south.
Your mama didn't know she was in the.
Yeah, you was already. I was like, Mom, you probably done played spades. This nigga, he done probably pass you the beans, like pass you the beans. Like this is so funny, but I love her for it. Because my mom always been like, I don't know or care that much,
It's funny you bring this up because Sean said the same thing about in the Drink Champs interview.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, because we are a God body and because God said, and I'm putting in the words in the middle. He didn't say everything.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But we were made in the image and likeness of the Creator.
Yeah.
And God said, let there be light. See, that's the most important aspect. Like, you could really... Genesis 1 explains everything. Like, there's no... Like, you could...
Went over niggas' head, though.
Yeah, just shot overhead. So, God said, let there be light. He spoke it into existence. Mm-hmm. And if we are made in the image and likeness of God,
we manifest this too.
Ye are gods.
Mm-hmm.
So when you speak things, you can speak light on the things. You can speak it into existence. We have the same exact powers. We are a fractal of the Creator. We are fractal. We're like a hologram or a mirror image of the Creator. It's like the Creator just looking in not the Creator, Source, just looking in the mirror. And we are that image. We the hologram. So when you as a MC, as a rapper, you have to be very careful what you say.
Yeah.
You said it yourself. Dolph was spitting mantras.
Mm-hmm.
Gang signs is sutras. Like you... Mm-hmm. You throwing up. I ain't throwing up no gang signs, by the way. Just moving my fingers. You don't want to hear none of that goofy shit.
Right. He was like, what? What was that?
But no, it's like, it's acupressure points on each one of the fingers that send out energy.
Yeah.
That's why even when you watch movies, they bibbity bobbity boop, they moving their fingers. So when you start, doing all that shit.
Real Naruto type shit.
You seen Naruto and them doing?
Yeah, they was on their shit. They building and stacking shit up.
The Hindus do it. They ones that perfected it. You know what I'm saying? They break down each one of what that shit means. Mm-hmm. So a lot of that stuff, what people don't realize is they're playing with spirits, whether you know it or not. And people don't realize you speak things into existence. Biggie, Ready to Die, Life After Death.
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah.
Tupac.
First 2 albums.
Machiavelli.
First album. Ready
Machiavelli. When I wonder how long will they mourn me? We found out.
Still are. We
found out. KRS-One. I'm a poor righteous teacher. He's a poor righteous teacher. And I could literally go down
keep going for it. We'll give us 2 more that you recognize.
Jay-Z.
Reasonable Doubt.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. I'm not a rapper. I'm an executive. I'm not a rapper. I'm executive. This Rockefeller. This the dynasty. We gonna last forever. We gonna last forever. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. Spoken into existence.
Yep.
Nas, misunderstood street poet. Whatever. And then not only are you speaking it into existence, You have 1 million people
saying it too
with emotion.
Yeah.
And putting your name into it.
Yeah. Praising a God.
The God MC.
Which that's an interesting. Have you ever seen very quick tangent? I believe it was I think it was the new like the reboot of Clash of the Titans.
No. Yeah, I did. Where they had the Kraken come out at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I seen.
It was a new one. It wasn't the old one.
It was on. It's been on, and I was watching it. But continue. I've seen it.
The interesting part that was in that film, if I remember correctly, it was it was like anytime they like had a scene where they was like it was just the gods with on Mount Olympus speaking. It was this particular thing of like, you know, we got to make sure these niggas still praising us. Like these motherfuckers got to like they not praying to us as much as they used to.
Yeah,
we got to figure out a way to keep these motherfuckers praying to us because we gonna lose. Yeah, we're gonna lose this battle between, you know, God and man if they start to see themselves as more powerful than us or not needing us. Yeah. Type of thing.
Because they need our energy.
Yeah.
It's like a vote. Yeah. And then but that's in the Bible though. Yeah. When they when Eve allegedly, and I'm so tired of people putting that off on Eve. Adam should have laid his Mac hand down. That's him. I don't put shit on Eve, nigga. You should have, motherfucking pimp game should have been stronger. But anyway,
hey, look here, G. My girl is good. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know the shit look good. It's a fig. Figs look decent.
Nah, I'd have been like, look, that nigga hating on us. Why? Because I walked in one day, God told me I get to name everybody. And apparently, you know, Dragon is the oldest one. Dragon was feeling kind of salty that I got to name her. And she ain't like that shit. So that bitch is gonna, you know, she fucking with us, you know. So motherfucker come around talking that slick shit. The real reason is because Source said I'm in charge and I get to name everybody. And because I named you, that means there's power in the name. That means I've defined you. So I have defined everyone. So I am, and since you are me, because we split into two, that means you are. So when this motherfucker started talking, that's just jealousy. Let's see, Adam ain't layers. But he was the first man, so I ain't knocking him, you know. It was his first time, you know. Everybody fucking Neo didn't make the first jump, you know. But anyway, if you're looking at, they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Once they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil,
they realized they was naked and.
But no, that's when they realized there was a God and a devil. Good and evil. Take the O out, add a D. That's odd. But anyway, so then that's when all of a sudden it was like, oh. But that wasn't the tree. The tree that they were supposed to not eat from, was actually the tree of life. The tree of knowledge of good and evil was the send-off. They was afraid that man would eat from the tree of life and then know what we know, which is the same thing that you said. Because in the Bible, when they talk about God, sometimes they talk about in the singular, and then they talk about the Elohim, which was a group. So sometimes in the Genesis, it's a singular, and then sometimes it's group. So sometimes it's God, and then sometimes the gods are talking. And, you know, it gets real weird. You got to really pay attention to tenses. But what you were saying is true regarding the so-called gods of Greece and all that, which could have just been some Arcturians or some shit like that. Oh, that's neither here nor there. They need our praise. Yeah. And that energy that they would transfer would then power them, which is the same way that Mao was able to run things, which is the same way that Hitler was able to run things, which is the same way Stalin is able to run things, which is the same way Baby Hands was able, because then they put a picture up of the person and then you worship the person and you give them energy, which is the same thing we do when we put posters on the wall. Yeah. Like, you know, it's propaganda for you to turn over your energy to that person. And then once you become a star or a celebrity, now you have 1 million people focusing and directing, or billions of people focusing and directing their energy at you. Yeah. And then once they focus and direct the energy at you, if you know what you're doing, you can harness that wave and go from and do what you want to do with it. Yeah. So that's what celebrity is. Now, some people just do it naturally because they're charismatic and they're just funny, and that's just that. And then there's other people who consciously know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Now, you can never really tell which one is which, but that's what it is, and that's what's going on. So the same way that like you said, the Clash of the Titans, the gods needed worship.
Yeah.
That's the same way celebrity work, because they're stars, but they're not stars that's in the sky. They're stars that are on the ground, as above, so below. It's hermetics.
Yeah, that's cool. And speaking of something that got a lot of praise, we have another album that came out this year, being Silk Sonic's An Evening with Silk Sonic.
The only nigga that could ever offer me cocaine.
Because you know it's going to be pure.
I've had somebody offer me some pure untouched stone flake with still had the scorpion stamp on the corner of the brick.
It was cut real rough.
I mean, no, it was flaked up and it looked
I'm saying the packaging was cut real rough.
No, that's how he gets them to, there's a Jewish guy I knew out in L.A., Beverly Hills. And to prove that it was fresh, he would have them chip off the corner of the brick that had the scorpion stamp on it. And that's how you know he just got a fresh pack. This one, his old one.
I feel you.
Because he kept coming with the, and this is unstepped on. So
no meat.
Yeah, so like,
that's me.
And then he like, if he really liked you, he'd run a little razor blade across the corner of the brick, so it's the freshest of fresh shit. That shit would look like glitter. Like, I done seen Coke before that just looked like baking soda. That shit look like glitter. Like, you want some? Like, nigga, hell no.
My life gonna be different. My life gonna be different. But no,
the only nigga that could offer me that. Bruno.
One industry question I have for you about this album that came out just a few months ago. We got this song so early.
Right.
Then we got I believe the follow-up being Skate.
That didn't work.
That didn't really hit as hard.
Right.
Still very much in the same theme, but you know. Then we had Smoking Out the Window that definitely got a lot more, brought folks back to it, but it was like still no album. Then the album was released shortly after.
Right.
Do you believe them giving this early, long arm reach throw of a single and then waiting way longer than I think a lot of people thought they would to release the album actually helped or aided the reception of the album? Because I literally haven't heard too many people talk past that week that it was released.
The second single being so weak kind of fucked them up.
Okay.
Because they got two strong singles, Smoking Out the Window and this strong single.
Yeah, I think they should just.
I think they could have shortened it up. Like that second single being so weak, I think is what kind of threw everything off.
Yeah.
You know. But with that being said, what I do like about this is, they literally they didn't have as big an impact as they could have, and it was such a short project. Was it like 9 songs or something like that?
9, yeah.
It's so short.
Yeah.
But they literally told the LA management and agent scene, go fuck yourself.
I ain't mad at it.
And won again.
I ain't mad at that. That's
and they won by telling the because I know that nobody at UTA or William Morris or any such organization would have thought that this would have worked. Now they just gonna go along with it because you don't tell Bruno no.
Of course. You right.
But would they have believed in it?
I think it. It's like that seems a little too much.
That ain't. Y'all want to actually bring in instruments and sing and make classic songs about love and not about quick fucking strangers that you don't know and give a fuck about?
Yeah, no.
Nah, that ain't gonna work. So I love when the industry gets proven wrong. But to answer your original question, I do think that second single, being so weak,
fucked up the rollout. And
but
they could have probably got away with having the release date that they did.
See, I always say don't put your best single first.
Yeah, you did.
And don't ever do that because it's all downhill from there. Like, had I ran that
because Leave the
rollout,
Door Open is a smash.
had I ran that rollout, Leave the Door Open
Perfect
would have
song.
came out second or first. Not second or third.
So
it
you
came out second
would
or
have led
third.
with Smoking, which is good point, because in my mind I'm thinking the kookiness of the video of Smoking Out the Window is like, yeah, come out with that. That would have caught everybody's attention. It would have been a cool thing.
I either believe you go 2-1-3 or 3-1-2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think they should have went Smoking Out the Window, Skate, then
or you could go
Open.
Skate, Leave the Door Open, Smoking Out the Window, or you go Smoking Out the Window, Leave the Door Open, Skate.
Yeah,
but Leave the Door Open first was the mistake.
Yeah,
that was the fuck up.
Gotcha.
Because like Skate might not be as bad of a song as we think it is
if we heard it first. Yeah.
Like, so like I would probably went 3-1-2 with that. Third song first song second.
It would have rang in a lot of different areas too.
Because Skate come out, you be like, oh, this is something different.
Yeah, something fun.
It's fun. It's cool. All right, great. Then Leave the Door Open come next. Boom. And then after that, you follow it up with Smoking Out the Window. 3-1-2. 4 to 6 week push on each one, so that gets you 12 to 18 week push just to get the album out, which is 12 to 18 weeks. That's fucking 3.5, 4 months of a rollout. That's good enough.
Good enough. And they performed this one singular song when it was just Leave the Door Open, and then once the other releases came out, they performed both. And they pretty much did the whole award circuit. So they was just doing all these TV spots.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, they kind of jagged it, but at the same time, it's just literally like A&R and management and all of that shit.
Yeah.
That's what a good A&R does. That's what a good manager does.
Yeah.
Come out and kind of save you from yourself sometime.
Yeah.
Because Leave the Door Open was just, it came out too quick.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. But other than that, I mean, I'm just happy. I'm happy that, look, Bruno, when we do bump into each other, I do a bump with you, bro. Just one though. Just one. I ain't fucking with you all night long.
Pivoting to another
fuck this bitch.
Nah, fuck this bitch.
Fuck her racist old self-hating cracker loving ass useless piece of shit.
I didn't know you was you felt so many ways about showing feet in racial chats. But
yeah, that racial chat shit. Anyway, she makes decent music, but I'm not ever letting that go.
No, I think that's valid, and I think that's funny too. Which she honestly has showed herself to be one of the few of the light-skinned women who happens to make music to actually survive a lashing from the internet in some way, shape, or form. Because most of them really don't. If they come out, if it's any inkling that you said something called dark-skinned women roaches and shit like that, or monkeys, and have showed any type of sense of colorism in your past, whatever it is, or just did anything problematic and you happen to be light-skinned.
Because she said it towards males.
No. She tweeted this. The showing racial feeding racial chats was something so totally separate. These are two. That's why I was like, she survived a lot of this type of problematic shit.
She is look. Everybody know these type of hoes.
What you mean?
The dark skinned ones always have fucked up perms.
Okay.
You know the sister with the real bad perm? As soon as you see a bad perm, you know she don't fuck niggas.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like, you know the sister.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You show up on campus, you show up to work, whatever it is, as soon as she walk in with that bogus perm, you automatically know.
What's her name? Candace?
Yeah, you automatically know this bitch.
Yeah, because she got terrible hair.
Terrible hair. And then it's the light-skinned ones who grew up in the suburbs. I mean, they just grew up.
No, I'm saying nobody in their hair.
Yeah, like they grew up in the suburbs and they just white boy chasers.
Yeah, that's what definitely.
And you know, so that's why. And what I think is so funny is everybody get them passes because they females, and these motherfuckers is just as detrimental and just as disgusting as niggas who chase motherfucking blondes.
Look, I'm not against
So her, she cool. I like Bitch I'm a Cow. I really did. Bitch I'm a Cow is one of my favorite fucking songs. Like so I knew she was talented. I liked what she did. Even when I got to see her on Kenny Beats show when she came in just freestyled and shit. I like the fact that she writes. I like the fact that she sings.
Yeah.
But that bitch got some real self-hate fucking issues.
Mm-hmm. She got a white mama too.
Yeah, and that's cool.
No, I'm saying
it's certain people. It's certain people with white mamas that turned out to be good.
No, for sure. But I'm saying it doesn't make it better.
No,
it doesn't make it better that you showing feeding racial chat.
She's just a self-hating piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? I knew a chick. I stopped hanging out with a chick one time. Mm-hmm. We were cool. Mm-hmm. And fuck it. Nah, I ain't gonna say the name.
Yeah, no.
Let me tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you the story.
Go ahead.
So she was cool with Diplo. You know who Diplo is?
Yeah.
So she was cool with
EDM. Yeah, DJ and producer.
Good dude. He has his baby mama, wife, whatever, is a sister at this point. So the girl I'm talking about is a sister.
Okay.
So he wind up impregnating his sister. So everything I'm about to tell you is about to show how unnecessary what she said next was.
Damn.
So she said, she's a dark-skinned sister that he dated.
Okay.
So everything, so this is gonna prove that everything that Shorty what I'm about to say she said next was completely unnecessary.
Okay.
So she tells Diplo from Mississippi.
He from Mississippi?
Little known fact.
Didn't know that.
But that's what she told me. I don't know. If you Googling it and don't say that, blame it on this bitch. She tells him we should make art together.
Okay. You and him, or is you
No. Not this art that I'm about to say. I ain't had nothing to do with this shit. Okay. And keep my name. Look, keep that smut off my name. What I'm about to say next.
Okay.
She told him that they should have sex on a Confederate flag and take pictures.
Okay. That's wild. But I mean, he's from Mississippi.
Which is why he said no and never like talked to the bitch again and just went and found the regular sister who just didn't open with self-degradation.
So she dead ass. It's a dark-skinned black woman who was like, yes, let's...
Fuck me, blue-eyed, blonde-haired white boy, fuck me on the Confederate flag and let's photograph this shit.
Let's do it. We can spin it. It's just for us.
So these bitches are out there and don't nobody ever say nothing.
These bed wenches.
These Negro bed with massive belly warm ass bitches.
That's why. I mean, it's I mean, of course we know that, but it is wild as hell. I think
you like, of course we know, but like so that
But it's I mean, I think it is none of it helps. None of it helps. None of it.
I love them because the level I don't have any, like, I'm like how Big Sean, I don't have any anger towards them because I'm gonna check them, I'm gonna call them out, I'm gonna rub their nose and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna point at them and say, ew, yucky, bad, no. But there's nothing I could ever say to them that could ever equal what they must say to themselves.
Yeah. So you just let
like
leave people be.
There's nothing.
Let them lead them with their demons. you don't gotta add nothing to it.
Because if I even remotely told a shorty, hey, blind haired, blue eyed Mississippi girl, fuck me on a Confederate flag and take pictures of it. Mm-hmm. I ain't said nothing but about myself. Only person I just spoke on.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? When I heard that shit, I was just like, we can never be friends again. I didn't say it out loud because I was just like, is this a cry for help? But like, I will never take you serious.
Yeah.
As a human, because I already know what you think about me.
Exactly.
I could never take you serious.
I mean, personally, that's always been my whole exchange when I realized like culture is something that I care about. Because even if you're a black woman, if I got to teach you a lot about how to understand shit that I'm very ingrained in, we ain't gonna work. But I'm not here to catch you up on
yourself.
Not even yourself. It's a community that you've always had access to. If you're not tapped in, you're not tapped in. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. If I'm literally bringing up all these anecdotes of like already with the assumption of like, okay, you've heard of Jay-Z, you've heard of Beyonce, you've heard these things. Okay, so imagine this. I don't have to preface all that. I can literally just jump in there and say,
have a conversation.
Hey, you remember on Everybody Is Love? If this happened, this, then the third. You ever heard that song? You remember this part of the song? They'd be like, hold on, what's Everybody Is Love? It's an album. Who's on the album? The Carters. Who are the Carters? No, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
This ain't gonna
you know what I mean? It's
like
the fact I gotta unravel the tabs in your processing or introduce some shit to you. This ain't gonna work. So I can't be with a white woman or anybody else, any race of a person where that's a thing, because that's something that matters to me.
No, the Dojas of the world, before we move off of her, my whole thing about them is my heart goes out to them. Yeah. Because they're the level of self-hate you must have to deny yourself to make yourself available to incels.
Involuntarily celibate white
The level of low you must have to present yourself and dehumanize yourself for men that have no rank in man world. There is and she's a beautiful girl, nice body, very talented, but all of that. On paper, it adds up. But for you to lower yourself that much and receive such a mediocre return on your investment, there's nothing I could say about you that you don't already feel about yourself. So, fuck you.
Shout out to in playing in the background was actually Yebba.
All right, that was dope. I love that. I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, bro. Her whole album is fire.
That was fire.
She was long awaited. She was a constant collaborator with a lot of different people in various scenes, like the Robert Glaspers and the PJ Mortons and shit. So she definitely be mixing up with a lot of musical ass niggas, giving them some silky ass vocals.
Shout out to Robert Glasper for exposing Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that's
that took hella balls.
Definitely go check that out. Robert Glasper, Lauryn Hill. Yeah, just enjoy. It's probably about 30 minutes of shame.
I knew the bitch was crazy though.
But no.
Before we move on, I just want to say how I knew that bitch was crazy. I listened to the album. I remember I was in college. Everybody was telling me this shit was great.
Miseducation.
I was like, the lyrics, beats is good. I'm like, have you listened to the lyrics? Mm-hmm. Have you listened? Mm-hmm. And it was like, she's just explaining her emotions. I'm like, no. This motherfucker's insane. This ain't like, no. I know why he left her. I know why he's not with her. That's just her expressing. Anybody who write this, and then sings it and wants other people to hear this shit, it's absolutely insane. So shout out to everybody at U of I who thought I was hating. Told y'all that bitch was crazy, man.
But no, she's shout out to West Memphis, Arkansas, is where Yebba is from. I thought she was from across the pond, personally.
I didn't hear nothing that said West Memphis or Arkansas. I didn't hear. And that ain't no disrespect.
You talking about how she sound?
Yeah,
she's from West Memphis, Arkansas. Her voice is very much, it's given.
The voice and name, I didn't think she was going to be from Arkansas.
Her name is Abby.
Shout out to all them.
Yebba is Abby backwards.
Now that makes sense. Shout out to all them niggas in Little Rock. Yeah. Shout out to all them killers in Little Rock.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Banging in Little Rock.
You know what I'm saying? But no, great album though. She has a great album. This is technically her debut album. She's threw out a few loosies over the years. Right. And a lot of people were definitely waiting on this. And what's funny, I'm probably save her for last just to mention her impact, I guess, is a lot of people was talking about how this probably made the Adele machine work even faster because it was a new white hope, vanilla queen that everybody was corralling around.
She's a European lady?
She's a European lady.
Oh.
So a lot of people was crowding around, giving her a lot of attention.
You know what?
So it's like you got another soulful sounding.
Hey, let me tell you something. Though. Let me tell you something.
Jazzy ass white woman. You know.
Adele, let me tell you something. Adele, I'm not a big fan of the music.
Yeah, let me go ahead and play her now. Then
I'm not a big fan of the music. But her transformation, she left that bitch ass man that was making her sing all them stupid ass songs.
And God would
left that man. He took half or whatever.
Still get alimony.
Get alimony. Then the bitch lost a person. Adele lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And then got a stylist.
Yeah.
And then crossed the pond and went and got her some Rich Paul cock. Look. Live your best life, bitch.
Live your best life.
She went from being a lonely, and it's so funny how many people turned on. Like did you see when she was going through her weight loss transformation?
Yeah, she talked about that.
And people trying to come at her for losing weight as if you fat shaming by improving your health. Someone, do you know
which is backwards body positivity?
Do you know how much of a fake victim you'd have to be to even make somebody else's health journey about you?
Ooh.
Like,
yeah.
Where the fuck is your mind?
But I mean, that's where I always push back on. But I think I always have to consider where other people's management of their egos are versus my own. Because there's certain things that are hard for me to compute to affect me. And so when folks talk about how they felt they became insecure because of certain things, I'd be like, how did that even become that? I was like, hold on, so you saying that man or that woman or that person or whatever it is, in certain instances when it's like a parent or some shit like that, then I understand. But when it be a motherfucker that's so detached from them, I'd be like, that motherfucker is the reason why you felt like that about yourself?
How?
I'm like...
You must be in a place that I don't know. Because I'm not the most confident person. I don't have the best body positivity and I don't have all that shit. But I still ain't that fucking crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So Adele or anybody gaining anything
or losing.
But I think I manage my ego in a very particular way. And I know I've just learned my own levels of self-absorption and shit like that. So I might see something and be like, damn, I need this. Or damn, I want this. It's always a me putting in there unless I can't see myself in it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm not even criticizing it in any way. So if I see somebody that I think is real dope, fuck around, lose weight, I'm like, oh, okay, good for him. He looking good.
That's what they chose to do with
their body.
If I want people to recognize and accept or be indifferent towards my decisions, I have to give what I want to receive.
All that.
So the people that claim they want to receive certain things but don't give
nothing,
the same, go eat a dick and die. And shout out to Adele also for saying some dope shit where she told Spotify to take the random shit off of her. Did you hear that shit?
What random thing?
Yeah, randomizer. She said take the randomizer off my song, my album.
As in
listen to that shit in the order that I presented it to you.
For the free? You talking about because I think they only do the randomize for people who got free accounts.
No, she just said for anybody, when y'all play my shit, play it in the order that I fucking presented it.
Which to me, she came through and the Adele machine was working very hard, and but I do think she came through and kind of brought back particular feelings or brought back particular things and kind of wore a lot of artist gripes on her back in a lot of her her interviews and shit, which is great. Like she brought up talking about how TikTok is it's literally people out here saying that you have to make a song that's gonna go viral on TikTok.
Her line was funny. She was like, "Do you make music for TikTok?" She said, "I make music for people in therapy." I don't make music for people on TikTok. I make music for 40-year-olds who going through therapy, getting their life together. And when she said that, I was like, and here's the thing. She's at such a point where she gonna sell regardless. So for her to make these even issues lets me know that she knows what her power is. She knows what her voice is. Mm-hmm. And she don't have to say that. Mm-hmm. She doesn't. She don't, but guess what? I ain't about to make no fucking TikTok music.
You right.
I ain't even doing that goofy ass shit. Like everybody keeps saying, social media, social media, social media, social media, social media. I don't want to fucking be on social media right now. I'm not going outside. I ain't doing shit. I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah.
What the fuck I need to be bothering everybody else with my quirks and idiosyncrasies and negative lifetimes of bullshit that's coming to the surface.
I agree.
Like, I don't want to fucking be on social media all day, every day. I ain't got shit I want to talk about. I don't want to sit there and like and share on other people's shit that they complaining about. I don't want to see that shit no more.
Exactly.
I'm fucking as an artist, I'm so tired of basically everybody telling you to do 100% of the work completely on your own, make yourself a completely finished product, and then after you make yourself a completely finished product, then come in and let us take 85%. What the fuck? It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life. Let me get my own fan base, record everything, get my own song, get my own everything, become lucrative, get in the black.
Yeah, that's it.
Then after I do all that, give you 85% of that.
Exactly. It's terrible.
You gotta be out your motherfucking mind. Let me get some of that crack. At this point, I'm willing to try it.
Let me get some of that crack.
What is you smoking?
But that's, I mean, honestly, we at the point now where you have everyone, depending on your situation, depending on what your own personal will is and what you dedicate yourself to, you have all options in front of you.
Right.
If you want to be, because before there wasn't too many blueprints. Let's say 30 years ago there wasn't too many blueprints on like what the independent aspect of being a musical artist really could present and show some sense of actual success and stability.
No.
Then we started to get those things. We got those things from the Cash Moneys, the No Limits, the
that's why it sucks that the Dolphin and Nips is dead.
But it feels so kind of convenient from an industry standpoint.
And then Chance runs out of gas. All at the same time.
And get me riled up now.
This is my Hegelian dialectic shit, man.
Also too, if you notice, damn near because I've always picked up on that, every single act that finally does and completes whatever aspect of their contract. It might be a legacy act now on certain labels in terms of what music that the label still owns of theirs, whatever it may be. So they may literally not be with the label, but the label still is benefiting off the work they did when they was with them. These motherfuckers do not have any presence in the landscape at all, damn near. Maybe from a cultural standpoint, if Anita Baker come out with an album or whoever come out with an album,
because you're no longer, to quote Dolph, you are no longer a rich slave.
Yeah,
that was the name of the album, song, right? Rich Slave.
Yeah,
they are rich fucking slaves.
So
that's what fucking Big Sean was talking about, them slave contracts. Mm-hmm. Even Kanye brought it up. Slavery's a choice. But they rich slaves. And once you are no longer bound to them, you're no longer in bondage.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's bondage. Mm-hmm. Once you are no longer in bondage,
you have your own masters. You own your own masters. You are a master of your own creation.
Once you are your own master, and you are no longer in bondage to them, they get rid of you.
Yeah, that's
why I always thought it was funny that the previous generation who's on their way out, fought to kill my generation of artists. Yeah. Because they was like, these are the new corporate slaves. And you like,
y'all was deep.
Y'all dumb. Like, these are niggas that told you how to end corporate slavery.
We don't need it.
Don't tell me about the new slaves when these niggas just got emancipated. Yeah. Like, we shouldn't be talking about the new batch of slaves. We should be like...
Yeah, I agree.
That's the dumbest thing. And then not only that, they signed the 3-6 deal. 360. Mm-hmm. The 6 dude. 3-6 is the deal? It's 3-6. Okay. So you signed this 3-6-0 deal, but really just 3-6 deal.
Yeah.
For a company that's supposed to be a recording contract.
Yeah.
But if you're a recording contract,
Yeah.
why do you need a percentage of my performing money? Our contract has nothing to do. You're a record company, which means recordings, not performances. Why would you, as a recording company, have access to my performances? That's two.
We need that 360.
Completely different things.
Yeah. I might not even be playing these songs how they was recorded. So I'm really not even doing the same songs I did. No, like my homegirl on the way here told me that.
You go from Irv Gotti and Murder Inc. making more money than everybody. Mm-hmm. Go from Jay-Z, Dame, Biggs, and Rockefeller making more money. Mm-hmm. You go from Master P with the 85-15. Do you know Master P's deal? He got 85% of the money and Priority got 15%. 85% of the money went to Master P.
So they thought he couldn't do the leg work to get that much money.
So if the album sold for $10,
yep, that means he's getting.
So no, if it sold for 10, that means it was wholesale for 8, which means Master P made $640 or some shit like that. Let's just say
per sale.
Per sale. Mm-hmm. They sold $2 million. That's $12.8 million fucking dollars cash money, of which he then only had to turn around. He might only gave his artist 10, 15 points. So let's say he gave the artist 15 points. That's $1.20 a record, which means Master P walked away with $5.40 a record off your shit. So then we go from that to a 360 deal?
Yeah. Yeah, we need it all. Yeah.
How, Sway? It's because of what you said.
Yeah.
They put them old rich slaves when they no longer slaves and they just rich.
Yeah.
Hegelian dialectic.
Yeah.
Oh, they old. They washed out. That's that old generation. Don't listen to that.
Even though there's a whole market, like those people who listen to them then are still alive. They love them.
What's so funny is
they literally keep replaying the same old shit because there ain't no new shit.
What's so funny is they tried everything. The millennials so wanted to get rid of Generation X, they act like we don't even exist. They just tried to incorporate us into millennialism. And I'm like, nigga, I never heard of that term until 2005. Mm-hmm. How the fuck can I be something that I never heard of? We've been Generation X since 92. Nigga, I can show you my comic books. It was literally a comic book called Generation X. It's literally a comic book. One of my faves. So Generation X bought more comic books than anybody else. More DVDs. More t-shirts. We are the last consumer generation. We're the consumers. CDs, DVD, magazines, we buy it all. We're not the digital. We need physical. Give it to me in my hands.
The last true analog generation.
Yeah, but we was on the verge because we was also the first internet generation.
Yeah.
So we was grew up with records, had MP3s, saw both of them come and go within the window. Yeah. So my first record was Thriller. And it came with a glove.
Gotcha.
Came with a glove.
That's funny.
Yeah, it came with the glove. And then after that, I never liked tapes. And I had a CD player about like 94 or some shit like that. So, So what I'm saying is, the last great capitalist consumer generation who paid for everything. Nintendos, Segas, the internet. Yeah. We the ones now have been pushed out the marketplace.
Yeah. Yes.
The people that actually buy shit.
Yes.
The people that's been programmed to buy.
We're not serving y'all no more. Ain't no more. You got a good point.
This is the Hegelian dialectic, man. It's crazy.
You're right. Another album that came out this year was actually by Tyler, the Creator.
Shout out to Tyler, man.
And this is What's Your Name featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Young Boy Never Broke Again.
Painting his face.
Painting his face, trying to get his Manson on right now.
Nah, you know, they locked him up to protect him.
Yeah.
Because they knew that money was on his head.
Yeah.
And did you notice that when old block Rico case came in, he got released the same week?
Yeah, I remember you pointed that out. Yeah, it's interesting.
Remember I said how the prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex, organized crime.
Yeah.
They all come together.
Yeah.
So they go lock this boy up, protect him. He gets out the same time his enemies got cases on him.
Yeah.
And now he's doing all this hetero questionable. Right, as soon as he get out of jail.
Look, I don't know.
Winky dink.
I appreciated this album though, from Tyler. I thought it was great, real great. Listen through, something that you can definitely replay and go back to too.
Another example.
And I think what's dope about it, and I think we spoke on it, several episodes ago, so many episodes ago when this album came out a few months ago, was what an ambitious thing to do, to come out with a fucking basically do a drama mixtape.
Yeah. To do a Gangsta Grills
in the middle of your fucking
at your peak.
Yeah.
When you literally
you just got Grammy.
You just got Grammys and you just released a non-hip hop album. Mm-hmm. Right now everybody's trying to like mix prog rock and alternative hip hop. They trying to cross hip hop over to a more festival. Basically the plan is to make more festival friendly hip hop.
Yeah.
So that you can get on more
stages. Yeah.
So
trying to play Glastonbury in this bitch.
Right, yeah. You kind of want to be an Electric Daisy.
Yeah.
Basically the dream would be to make some hip hop that you could get on Electric Daisy and rock the bells with.
Why not?
And because 70% of money comes from touring, the managers and the agents, when they try to put their fingers on the scale, the finger that they trying to put on the scale is to create this sound that's easier finessed onto certain stages. Yeah. So the fact that Tyler is well aware of that this is what's going on, he's well in the loop, I'm sure, and he lives in LA and he thinks he's white, so I'm sure he's heard this shit. Like I'm sure he's heard this shit before. Like
for sure he has.
And the simple fact that he said, fuck all of that. Y'all about to get these beats. Y'all about to get these bars. He went and got a DJ Drama Gangsta Grills mixtape when it had absolutely no social currency whatsoever. None. Because guess what? He always wanted a fucking mixtape. So shout out to Tyler. I like the fact that it's going to be a reoccurring thing. The Empire striking back. Is this maybe the evil? This isn't the Empire Strikes Back. This is the New Hope. You know what I'm saying? Like the artist is striking back against the evil empire. Like, we don't need you bitches, and everything that y'all say ain't gonna work. Platinum. Grammy nominated.
I love it.
Grammy. And what's funny is a lot of my agent and manager friends is in town. So I just had to listen to them curse out their artists and stuff. And I've like literally listened to these conversations. So, I mean, I know the pressure that artists are under. I know the pressure. So the fact that they ignored all of the pressure and then delivered probably against the advice of their number one advisors.
Yeah. Right. And
I just feel sorry for the pretendistry niggas that was pushing that Gotham City rap.
Yeah.
And by Gotham City, I mean all them rappers that look like they like roll with the Joker. Yeah. You know how like modern rappers look like they friends with the Joker? With all them tattoos on their face and different color hair and all that shit.
Hell yeah.
They look like they Gotham City criminals, like like Bruce Wayne about to swoop in and kick them in the face at any fucking moment. So I'm glad the Gotham City rap is on a decline. Sorry, y'all, I'm eating this damn granola bar, but shit happens. It's my breakfast.
Just a few more that I want to touch on before we go to music theory. Vince Staples also released an album this year, self-titled Vince Staples. This is Law of Averages playing right here. One thing I noticed about Vince is he's one of the best examples of like of knowing how to an artist that understands how he's showing up from a media perspective,
right,
and using that to his advantage. And I think I've always enjoyed that about Vince. It's like he shows up authentically, but more than anything, he knows that y'all niggas dumb, and y'all eating up the shit I could literally just. Y'all got me out of bed to do some dumbass shit, but you know what? I'm getting paid for this, or this is helping the thing, so I fuck with it. I play ball, but also I'm gonna still be me, and that's what y'all.
He's been kind of he's been, and I'm going to say this the best way to be respectful to him and the other gentleman, but he's one of No ID's proteges.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, No ID has had his thing. Janae Aiko is too.
I see.
So it's that little Chicago. You know how Chicagoans are. They'll low-key have a label, low-key own something. Low-key be managing your favorite artist.
That is a good sign of Chicago, man. It's like, that nigga really ain't loud. He be handling your business. He's like, he from Southside Chicago. Yeah, he from Chicago. He don't need too much. He just get it done. He was like, but damn, he kind of important. He was like, yeah, but he just he don't want all the attention.
Don't need that shit.
Yeah.
So then that way, I'm not hot. Yeah. As long as I got the house, as long as I got the car, as long as I got the bitch, as long as I got the bank account, who gives a fuck about you and your opinion? Yeah, for sure. So now Vince, what I like about him though is, and he kind of in the, him, TDE, I like the way they went out of their way to kind of redefine the LA sound.
Yeah.
Away from G-Funk.
Yeah, for sure.
Without attacking G-Funk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes...
As if it's something wrong with it.
Sometimes when people want to bring in the new, they feel that they have to destroy the old. Yeah. And clearly if you look at TDE, Vince Staples, Odd Future, you see what that generation of LA was on.
Hell yeah.
And, you know... I'll even take it back to Pac Div. I loved Pac Div. They're just a little bit too early. You see what that generation in LA is on. He from Long Beach, the home of Snoop. So for them to do that, I just like when people do things the right way. Yeah. And I fuck with Vince. I think same thing I say about a lot of them artists. All of them though. I think this is why artists hate me. It's when the label is gonna come out. They need some more hit fucking records.
Y'all damn.
Like they need hit records, but I like the fact that they're focused more on art. Yeah. Than hit records. Yeah. But now it's like, all right, because the only thing, but see, No idea is good. That same thing they did with good music. Don't make hit records. Don't make hit records.
Just make good music.
Only thing I hate about that is do the whole album that way and then throw 3 hits on at the end. That's my personal opinion. Like, you need music for... All right, I'm going to give away... So here's the secret, guys. It's the reason why I was talking about I hate artists. When you perform, you have to know for a fact, until you are the star, no one wants to see you. When you first get your first couple shows, nobody's there to see you. You understand what I mean by that? Yeah. No, nobody's there to see you. Yeah. They're waiting for whoever the fuck they came to see perform. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your music. They don't give a fuck about your sound. They don't give a fuck about your story. You are literally the nigga who's standing on stage while they're waiting to see whoever the fuck that they came to see. That's just the reality. And I don't care how much of a music lover you claim to be. When you go to a show and somebody comes on stage before the artist you came to see, you don't be that much excited about this motherfucker. You be like, you don't hurry him, get your ass off stage so Yaba could come out.
Right.
We don't fuck about you. So you have to make music knowing that.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times artists get too deep off into their own world and forget that no one knows you or gives a fuck about you. They're looking to be moved. So I'm you don't want to just chase a hit, but at the same time,
that's literally and figuratively too, right?
Right. You
don't move like damn, I really feel this. Versus also like I'm tapping my toe.
Move the fucking crowd.
Yeah.
And I keep 3 songs in every set where if you don't know me, you don't like me,
you'll vibe off this.
Nigga, you saw a picture of me fucking your mama in the ass 10 minutes ago. Nothing in the face. And your mama.
Okay.
I got 3 songs.
All right.
Well, even if you might want to see me after this thing,
yeah,
you gonna dance to these. You gonna. And I just wish that the Vinces of the world, the Earl Sweatshirts of the world, and to close, nigga, Wu-Tang still had Cream.
Yeah, they did.
They still had METHOD, man, MET. And you know why you do that? Because if a nigga never heard of Wu-Tang and you go to a show for the first time, next time Method Man come along, guess what you're gonna be able to do? The next time the hook roll around, you know it. He come back around, METHOD, man. Even if all you know is man.
Man, yeah.
Or cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. You might not know Raekwon verse. You might not know motherfucking Ghost verse. It does not make a fucking difference. Because when they say dollar bill, y'all, you know that part. Yeah. And I just think that that's the one thing I wish Vince, Earl, a lot of the TDE niggas like that, the new West Coast. Yeah. That's the one thing that I don't think that's what they need.
Speaking of TDE,
and who was that we was just listening to?
That was Vince. Oh, you talking about who I was just playing? Yeah. Oh, that was Alex Isley.
Yeah, I know we heard
this
that
was Good and Plenty. Yeah. Alex Isley, Masego, Jack Dine, and Lucky Day on the remix to Good and Plenty.
Yeah, that just sounds like a Spotify playlist.
Oh, the way that sounded?
Just the whole...
It did. The algorithm is in her favor.
Yeah, the algorithm ain't going to do shit but drop that off on your lap.
Right. But speaking of TDE, because another album that I think was really great, really well produced, really well put together, it was a comeback album of sorts. And I believe the second or third album by Isaiah Rashad. Yeah. Because he had that, that long waited break, but got himself together, came on back with The House Is Burning. This is Headshots for the Locals on his new album. And he actually just, like I told you, he released a deluxe where he did a few, extras and also some remixes to some of the songs as well, which I fucked with. Still need to go and see what's different the most, that things that have changed the most. But honestly, I think he's a perfect example of an artist that prioritized his own peace, his own life, and having to get himself together instead of, because so often we see artists have to have that Britney Spears moment of like shaved head in public. People know that you're going through something, and now everybody now cares and reacts and tells you need to go and do something.
Shout out to Britney though for Lou, getting that bullshit, bullshit ass daddy.
Fuck what I forgot.
Fuck him.
Fuck that nigga name.
Fuck Mr. Spears.
Fuck Mr. Spears, Daddy Spears, and honestly, fuck her whole family because Jamie Lynn was getting some money too off the top. Jamie, her little sister was too, so everybody was sitting here eating off of Britney.
Oh, fuck all them.
Yeah, let her rest.
I agree with what you're saying.
And sign that prenup with that new dude.
At the same time, though, it's what I say about LA a lot of times. I'm glad I didn't show up there when I was young.
Yeah.
what happened to him, and I wasn't there, but it seems like he just started living a life and got caught up.
Yeah, he had some babies in between, you feel me?
Yeah.
And all that, I think more than anything, that was the part that was, unfortunate, because you don't know if people even cared it. Like, whenever they grow out of whatever phase they in, that, really is holding them back for being able to really take in, kind of enjoy life right now for whatever vices they kind of exploiting themselves with. You don't know if they want to come out of this and be like, I want to go back to music.
Right.
I want to make music again. They
would have had to want to do it in the first place.
Right.
A lot of these people aren't really artists per se.
Yeah.
They kind of actors.
Yeah.
But
I love that he showed that he prioritized his own sanity, his own peace of mind, and then came out strong. Still came out like, he ain't really missed a step. Still approaching these things that felt like him. This feels like.
But the only place he would have got away with that is TDE.
Yes.
I would have dropped his ass a long time.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't like artists.
It's like, oh, you got problems? I need an album.
Well, nigga, you
drinking too much?
Then you might want to make an album about drinking. You may want to make a
drop. Yeah, swimming pools.
Yeah,
platinum.
Nigga, I don't know the fuck you thought.
Nigga. What you mean?
Like, look, if you need some energy healing sessions, some therapy, we got all that.
Yeah,
but
we got that on payroll.
That ain't no big deal. But you know what you also gonna do? You gonna put out this fucking record. That's what the fuck you gonna do. And you gonna take your bitch ass on tour and you gonna go get my motherfucking money.
All that shit.
That's what the fuck you gonna go do. But no, I fucks with him heavy. Same thing I was saying about the other people. And he did make a record. I like that Duke Dukes. He got a couple records. The Uzi record wasn't as big as it coulda, woulda, shoulda been. But
which it was probably trying to gun it for that, because it was definitely giving there's some catchy parts to that, but I think it was definitely real. It was word heavy.
Yeah.
It was word heavy, so you couldn't really. It was catchy to the point of like,
Kinda.
Okay, I see what y'all was going for, but it was like nobody can rap to this.
It didn't really land. So, but the
hook just. I don't think the hook just.
No, because even the album I'm working on, like, this artist get on my fucking nerves, man. Like, you gotta, like, this new generation of artists have a false concept of reality. And there's no actual data that backs up what they're saying.
Okay.
They have this thing as if you make a song that's popular, then that's not authentic. Yeah. Which is the dumbest shit I've ever. Now, if you chase a sound, that's different. Now you just a follower. Now you just a groupie. Now you a goofy. Yeah. That's one thing.
But it's like, so what you're saying is, if that's your ideology, I guess my rebuttal to anybody that would say that was like, so when did that start? Tell me, when did that start where this popular song is not quote unquote really truly musically great or whatever? Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, you do realize, like, when music had to be created before niggas had MPCs and all these synthesizers and shit to create sound, motherfuckers had to be in that bitch, you know what I'm saying, strumming some shit, playing some shit, and singing some shit. And that shit was the popular song of that day. So what are we talking about?
Well,
like, are we talking about collaborative creation?
No, it's a weird, because it is truth to it. Like, you don't want to chase sounds. Okay. You don't want to do that, because then after a while, who are you?
I get that.
Who are you? Yeah. What the fuck is you on?
Sheep.
Yeah, you just like a dog running around chasing cars. Yeah.
Where's the new shiny one? I get that.
You don't want to be that nigga.
I guess I'm just thinking about the artists who I feel like there's certain songs that I think that are popular songs that are just good songs. Like, it's just you can't some things, and I don't even think that happens all the time. Yeah, it is. But when it does, it's like that just is what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll say shit and they'll be like, well, you know, it's old school hip hop or hip R&B, whatever. We ain't gotta just make it hip hop. Yeah. Be like, nigga, Stevie Wonder was popular, you dumb motherfucker.
So popular. Blind Drake.
Not bad. That's not bad.
No, I think I saw that from Ma.
Or James Brown.
Yes.
Or Parliament.
Yes.
So there is a way you could be. People confuse popularity with inauthenticity.
Yeah.
Which is false.
Yeah.
So that's why I hate artists. That's why I hate artists. I swear to God. Because like it's like talking to a wall. Because I'm like, you want people to buy your music
and feel you.
So you want to engage in commerce.
Yes.
So if you want to be in commerce,
but you're not going to portray your artist.
You have to be commercial in order to engage in commerce. I didn't make these words up. Like, I'm just repeating the words to you because maybe you didn't hear that this is you want to engage in commerce. And by commerce, you want people to buy tickets to your shows, or you want people to consume your music and pay you to consume your music through whatever way of distribution that is most, acclimated towards you. Yeah. So if you want people to engage in commerce with you, then there has to be a commercial aspect to it.
Exactly.
I didn't make the rules.
It's just what it is.
So when I say this to artists, guess what they would always go?
What's that?
But then so that's when I was like, I'm just gonna start hanging out with managers and agents, right?
Yeah.
But then you go in there and you like music authenticity, and they be like, and you like, God damn it, can we just do both?
You can.
I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
I do it all the time. I'm doing it right now.
So no, I think that I'm hoping that this new generation goes away from like the polarity, because we've been so polarized. Because like the artists and managers, I get what they saying. I totally do. And on some level, I get what the artists are saying. I definitely get what both sides are saying. All I'm saying is both of y'all are wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not taking your side, not taking your side. Yeah. I'm saying them 4 points you correct on, them 4 points you correct on. Let's just cut out everything else that you was talking about. Let's cut out everything else you was talking about. Let's combine these 8 points and then flesh that out into a new central panel, a new central channel, and then we could walk the straight and narrow. Because this either or that these niggas are stuck in.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't good for him. But no, let us get into music theory. Let us start with your pick. You Can See It. And look at this cover. Them
damn eyes.
Like it came out. It's like now you broke a nigga neck. You pulled a nigga eyes out his damn. You Can See It by Chella H.
But hey man, Shawnna is thicker than a snicker. Like, don't get it. I think she
cold peanut butter.
Sometimes she remembers she got a crush on me a little bit. So
okay, I hope you hear this.
Sometimes you remember.
You fucking with another element. You can see it.
You turn me up. Hey, it's so fat, you see it from the streets. It's so fat, you see it. It's so fat, you see it. It's so fat, you see it.
Pretty little bitch, Kodak. It's so fat, show that. Got a little cash, throw that. Do a little dance on that. Shut it up.
Ass so fat, you can see it from the streets. Ass so fat, you can see it.
Okay, pretty little bitch, she know that. Take a little bitch, she know that. Drop a little cash, she know that. Tryna get racks, she know that. I'm from the 606, I get on the beat, go schizo. I just made a bug at 6, I be on the move, no doubt. Pretty little bitch with a face card. Shall I to make a nigga play they part. Get the dick up, make it stay hard. Real street bitch, so I play smart. Ass sitting up like a newborn. Head off the chain, pussy too warm. Keep my side niggas on schedule. I get my toes sucked on the regular. Keep a bad bitch on payroll. She could do whatever I say so. When it comes to the shy, we run shit. Goofy assholes on bum shit. Keep it ugly nigga with a bankroll. I ain't got time for you stank hoes. We do not shop at the same stores. We winning and that's how the game goes. Bitch, cut it. It's so fat, show that. Got a little cash, throw that. Do a little dance on it. Shut it up.
Ass so fat, you can see it from the stage. From the ass so fat, you can see it.
Hey, Shawty got an ass so fat, you can see it from the back. Make a nigga throw them racks. Bitch, you deserve them stacks. The wind be shaking, ain't gotta get naked. His pockets I'm breaking, don't get it mistaken. That morning head is how he awakens. Say I can be patient. Look, I go to work on that pole. Like it's a tragedy, you just imagine me. I just be out of control. Keep it inside of me, don't take it out of me. I take it out of my own. Please don't be mad at me, cause your anatomy just got me out of my zone. Niggas be calling my phone. I don't be answering, I be dancing. I put on heels in the thong. I be on medicine, I need to reverend relief to just leave you alone. But it be tickling, looking for wiggling, tickling all in my womb. No, I be digging it, looking for making it, mentioning all in my soul. Pretty little bitch, cut it. It's so fat, show that. Got a little cash, throw that. Do a little dance on it. Shut it up.
Ass so fat, you can see it from the stage. From the ass so fat, you can see it. You can see it.
Like the penguin, huh?
Okay. Let me stop it. That was You Can See It by Chella H and Shawnna. You know what I'm saying? Two Chicago's finest and thickest.
Yeah, we watching the 2012 Big and Fat WGCI car and bike show off.
Now they call it Big and Fat.
Yeah, I guess that was a song, and Chella is in this pink bodysuit, filling it out real well.
Yeah.
Shawnna with these 20-inch thighs.
Yeah.
Looking like Michelin tires.
Getting.
Yeah. No, I like the record though. I like it.
What made you choose this? I know these your peoples too.
Shawnna and Chella is. I like Chella, because Chella is who she raps. Like, I don't know if she's acting or real, but that's what you get.
Yeah,
that's what everything you just heard.
Yeah. It's crazy because I know she's been rapping for a long time.
Yeah. Everything you just heard in that song, the interactions I've had with Chella have been that exactly. Like, I'm not even sure if she's rapping or we're just literally just, if this bitch has like, if she's texting her thoughts out. Like we had that thing where they got the microchip that turned thoughts into text.
Yes.
Chella, she might literally just had a prototype of this shit and her thoughts is coming out as text. But I like it. Like, I feel like Chicago, as far as female rap go, them two, I don't know too many bitches in the game who pen game is tighter. I just don't. Mm-hmm. I know more popular bitches. I know more popping bitches. I know bitches got more plays. But I don't know too many bitches who pen game is actually tighter. Who body parts are realer.
Shit.
I don't know if they got any work done since then, but when last time I was out and about, it looked authentic to me. Mm-hmm. And
nice organic.
Organic. It looked organic. It looked organic. It looked grass fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the beat is dope. The rhymes is dope. I really feel like they dope. It's a good song. I wish that they just had the machine behind them the way everybody else got the machine behind them.
Because Chella got a voice that feels very like, if you know how they talk about like Young Thug, and it's like a bunch of niggas who sound like him, she definitely has a voice where it's like, we could probably literally find like 3 or 4 women out today who at least got some buzz or got, some type of airplay right now. Yeah. That literally have the exact same voice and flow as her right now.
Yeah, Chella is exactly like it's a lot I've met, and I don't know no Chella, nothing like that. I ain't even seen her personally in a couple years, you know what I'm saying? But when we did interact, it has been this egg. She remind me of a low-end bitch in the 90s who your cousin meet And he be like, man, I got this new bitch. She light skinned, got green eyes, she thick. And he be telling her how much he in love with this bitch. And you hear about her before you meet her.
Okay.
And then when you pull up and meet her, you be like, you be wanting to tell your cousin, like, nigga, this is not the one. Like, she's fleecing you, my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, she just was light skinned, hazel, fat ass, low end chick who looked like is exactly what she said it is. And Shawnna, to me, started DTP. Like, you know, like whatever happened between her and Ludacris is a goddamn shame.
Yeah. Because
Ludacris clearly wasn't making good decisions with his artists because he let Titty Boy become 2 Chainz. So, So yeah, Shawnna, I believe, has always been like fucking Chella's in the first Migos video.
Yeah, you told me that.
Standing right next to Zaytoven. Chella's the first person I know had a Zaytoven beat. First person. She was talking about Zay. Way before everybody else. So yeah, the Mermaid Mafia, shout out to them. Shout out to Shawnna. I've been in love with Shawnna since Infamous Syndicate. She had a group in the early 90s called Infamous Syndicate.
Damn, that's a hard ass name. Man. that's a hard ass rap group name.
Let me tell you how much I was in love.
Infamous Syndicate coming to the stage.
Shawnna, this is funny. I actually went and got, when she had her album come out, I went and got an autographed copy from George's Music Room on the West Side when it was still open, when George Daniels still had George's Music Room. I went to the West Side, to George's Music Room to get an autographed copy of that album. Because I fucks with, and I don't do that much. Like, it's very, very rare that I don't have, the only autographs I got is Jay Prince. Like, I got Jay Prince, Russell Simmons, Al Gore, Shawnna.
What a combo. Oh my God.
I don't ask for pictures or autographs or none of that. But I went and got I fucks with Shawnna a long way. So I fucks with her and Chella. And I feel like they really, the shit that people pretend, the bitches people pretend like they are on Instagram.
This how they are in real
This
life.
is who these hoes been for 20 plus years, authentically actually just been that people. So if we got this opportunity to have a platform and complain about what people don't do, fuck it, we gonna do it. Shout out to Shawnna and Chella. I want a fucking album.
I feel that. I fuck with it. I think it's a vibe, and that's I would love to see more and see more from them. And I'm with that album shit too. And albums and visuals, cause y'all out here looking good. You know what I'm saying? But my song is No Way, Roddy Ricch featuring Jamie Foxx of all people. But let's get into it.
Touch that bitch, no way, no way, no way, no. Got a young nigga lit, I just turned 22 and Tyson K-Cup. I got a little problem with telling the truth to her. She say I be too annoying. I put Chanel on the hoe. I gotta buy the whole damn Chanel store. Bustin' these fits since a little boy. Hey, mix the J's with the double C, you know what I mean? I'm in a daze, all of this cash got me feel like I'm in a dream. You know I'm supreme, I got family ties like I'm K-Dot and Baby King. I got bitches that know what I mean. Tutor up and I fuck on the team. No way, no way, no way, no way. I ain't never go behind your back. I gotta stand tall and tell you to your face. And I hold it close when a nigga embrace it. I don't never gotta chase it. I don't never gotta talk, came from the pavement. I was always granted favor. Got too many rich and meals to ever have time for a little bitty bitch. Got too many plugs in the streets to ever walk around without a stick. Got too many hoes to never have a little shorty on top of the dick. Got too many life experiences to ever stop popping my shit. Can't trust that bitch, no way, no way, no way, no. Got a young nigga lit, I just turned 22 and Tyson K-Cup. I got a little problem with telling the truth to her. She say I be too annoying. I put Chanel on the hoe. I gotta buy the whole damn Chanel store. Bustin' these fits since a little boy. Hey, been bustin' these bitches since a little boy. I'm a big dog and a little boy. I know you hear me, little boy. but you can't see me. Look, why Keisha don't do me no justice. I need red. That bitch don't do me no justice if she don't give head. That bitch don't do me no justice if she don't find bread. I got niggas in the bay that be on the 49 with the motherfucking 9. I got niggas that's on the 4 yard, win 4 times on his 5th time. Ever seen a snake turn to a rat? Like, got a Rolls Royce with a thick back, and I got a big stick spine. Put a green beam on a little Glock, best believe I'ma get mine. That bitch, no way, no way, no way, no. Got a young nigga lit, I just turned 22 and tasting K-Cup. I got a little problem with telling the truth to her. She say I be too annoying. I put Chanel on a hoe. I gotta buy the whole damn Chanel store. Bustin' these fits since a little boy. Hey, been bustin' these bitches since a little boy. I'm a big dog and a little boy. I know you hear me, little boy, but you can't see me, lil'.
Roddy, what up, baby? It's J Foxx. You killing them, man. Hey, listen. Now, I know this album is called Live Life Fast, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think these young cats out here really know how to slow it down. You know, like me and Ye did it back in the day. I mean, I don't think these motherfuckers know about Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, or Little Anita. So right here, Roddy, I think what you should do is slow that shit down, man, and set this motherfucker off right.
So we skip that part.
Bruh. Okay, so I'm slightly disappointed. I know we don't rag on motherfucking in the music theory all the time, or at least collectively, but the song was okay.
Song was alright.
Song was okay, but the fact that this was you fucked us over, Roddy Ricch. You put Jamie Foxx on your track listing for us to think, oh, what does that sound like?
And nothing.
And it does not sound like nothing because y'all have not made music together.
Which don't make no sense. Because the same amount of time it took for you to record that, you could have just recorded a riff. Be like, hey, the song's done. Could you just throw a and this bitch right quick, and we can get it on. It was let's start with positive.
No. Yeah, I think
shout out to Roddy. He just went diamond. It was official that he got a diamond record with I don't know the words.
The Box.
There we go.
Yeah, diamond record in the Box.
Song. Cash App. That shit.
Yeah. So I believe what's the name? He got a Grammy too.
Hey, look,
or at least a Grammy nomination. I got to check it up, but I think he got a Grammy nomination for Racks in the Middle.
So
featuring Nipsey Hussle.
If you got a diamond record,
a lot happened to him early.
Yeah, which is a curse.
Yes,
because now it's like, your follow up single go platinum. Well, it's like, nigga, your sales is down 90%.
Yeah.
I mean, because the difference between platinum and diamond is 90% drop off.
Yeah.
So
it's unless you about to make a diamond album every year, my nigga, then there's no way you're gonna not decline.
Like
that's such a
MC
rare thing.
MC Hammer's second album that flopped sold 7 million. Because the first one sold 20. So 7 was a flop. Technically, which is strange to say. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of why, which is gonna tie into why a lot of artists don't like trying to make hit music.
Yeah, because like this shit gonna be way bigger than me.
Yeah, it's just like why the 80s was so terrible. Because a lot of your favorite songs from the 80s was about one hit wonders.
Yeah.
Because like if you where do you follow up Take On Me?
Man, that's a smash.
Like how do you where do you go from there? Like the only people who was able to do that was like George Michael.
Yeah.
George Michael might be the only one. Because I say
you talking about the 80s?
Yeah, I say Prince and Michael Jackson came in before the 80s, technically.
Yeah, technically. Yeah,
so I'm not gonna include them.
But like new acts.
Who started off with huge first singles.
Madonna came in the 70s too?
80s, Madonna.
So Madonna
and George Michael might be like the only people from the 80s who was able to escape
because everybody else lived
that one hit wonder.
One hit. And then it was legacy acts who was trying to still
stay relevant.
Linger into the 80s.
But yeah,
that's 70s.
You hit the nail on the head.
That makes sense.
So yeah, sometimes.
What about Rick James?
70s.
That was the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
But he made that. I thought he was still making
He was
music.
still relevant. I mean, he was still...
Because that shit he did with that party all the time shit, that one in '85 or something
that
like
was
that?
with the 80s with
He didn't have no like hot shit in the early 80s.
See, you hit the nail on.
But you said he introduced.
He was
70s,
introduced.
so I get what you mean.
It's funny you say that though, because I remember being a child and not knowing why James Brown was a big deal.
Yeah, that's
because like I remember seeing like James Brown interviews and he just looked like a coked out nigga with a perm to me.
Yeah,
and my mom and them was be like, no, that's James Brown.
Like you don't respect James Brown.
I didn't. And then you got to remember niggas in the 70s dressed like superheroes and shit. You know,
niggas was funky.
Yeah, like it's like when you go like to Harlem on 125th and they got the Hebrew Israelites standing out there looking like Power Rangers and shit.
With corduroy purple.
Trying to get up. And the black man, you be like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
You look like you straight from the Terror Dome.
Right, nigga, right. Like you was in Mad Max 2, nigga. Like
Dead
Tina
ass.
Turner called your bitch ass.
Dead ass.
So to me, that's why I don't knock y'all generation. Because I remember what it felt like looking at some previous shit that came before me and was like, the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like I even remember like the first hip hop niggas was like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and then them motherfuckers used to dress like super Power Rangers and shit. So that's kind of why Run DMC worked. Because they was the first rappers that just came out in jeans and gym shoes. Like you didn't see that before Run DMC. Like so when them niggas just showed up on stage with jeans and gym shoes, you was like, oh, that might be one group, but that's hip hop. But they was able to get.
Oh, talking about 80s.
Yeah, they was able to get past that big single. But anyway,
but you're just saying like from a popular culture.
Yeah,
like
from pop culture. No,
popular.
A one hit, a huge first single.
Damn, I didn't even think about AHA being a one hit wonder. But I guess I don't know any other AHA songs.
No, it's like because you go so big. So Roddy is in an interesting position.
That's real.
Because he can't just make good music. And that's where he's at. Like the song we play is a good song. It's a great song? No, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
Did I find the problem? Could I pick out anything that was wrong with the beat? No. Can I pick out anything that was really wrong with the verses? Not really. You know what I'm saying? Was anything great about it?
Nothing. I think that's something that people gotta keep it a bean about.
It's good.
But I think that's the thing that's missing in just objective critique is that you have to like it or not. When it's like, no, I'm cool on it. Like it's like the gray. We need gray sometimes. I remember saying this to somebody the other day. I was like, we need gray to make life a little bit easier. Because if everything was black and white, we would really be going through too much.
Yeah.
If it's always got to be hot or the cold, or always got to be loud or quiet, if I always got to be on.
Where's the Goldilocks zone?
Like where's the
Goldilocks zone? Is it just right? And
it needs to be way wider range for like. The gradient, the median. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no, I'm gonna just be right here.
No, I think
we always need a shoulder.
The problem with some new music is, and this is the quote, Leor Cohen. My bad. Oops. The Coin Liar. The Coin Liar did tell the truth though. Strange. Coin Liar told the truth.
Yeah, he is working with Roddy pretty heavily.
So the Coin Liar said music is supposed to suck or be great. He just hates good music. I can't do a Leo impersonation. Yeah. I hate good music. And when he said it the first time, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it makes sense. He said too much of this new music, you can't find nothing wrong with it, but you can't find nothing right with it either. Yeah. Is the beat good? Yeah. I mean, it's on time, you know what I'm saying? It ain't sloppy. The mix is good. The beat is good. The synths are good. The vocals were recorded on a good mic. They mixed it right. The vocals ain't like Silk the Shocker bad. You know what I'm saying? They not bad. It's not like you can say, this nigga can't rap. You can't say that. Like, the rhymes is there. It checks off the boxes, but it don't do nothing for me.
Beautiful gowns, beautiful dresses.
So I think this is a decent record, but I don't know how Roddy is going to climb out of that diamond box and I don't think putting out good songs is gonna be enough. He's gonna have to, like how you just said, we need more gradients. He's gonna have to do the opposite. He's gonna have to go all or nothing. Like he has to go all in. Like he has to go hard. Like nigga, either you fall flat on your face or you fly. Like he needs that's what it is. Fly or die.
Yeah. Basically.
Fly or die. Ain't no running back and forth on this.
And to interject, that's why I say what the strategy behind, because didn't even mention it, because that album came out this year too. Her's debut album came out this year. I think that's why I said that was the strategy, because it's like if she comes out and like they attach her to something that is a crazy ass commercial success, now it's more pressure for her to now. So it's almost like you burn her out. If she has to
Hudson.
If she has to keep doing these things.
Jennifer Hudson.
You know what I'm saying?
And I am telling
all that shit.
you. And then that one movie, she has not been able to get past that.
Yeah.
So
but that's why I feel like they like wanted it to be mellow. Yeah. So it's like, no, we just gave you something. We gave you a soft album like, where you can enjoy
it's room for improvement.
That's it.
It's room like how
you know she gonna get better as she grows.
Like cause you like how
instead of chasing your younger self.
It's kind of like Illmatic is an anchor on Nas's chain
forever.
Illmatic is an anchor that Nas cannot escape. And I'm almost gonna say Nas just recently escaped Illmatic.
I think so.
24 years later, Nas has finally been able to get out of the shadow of Illmatic.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why when artists don't be pushing for hit records, I understand. Mm-hmm. Because there is a giant fear of that being a thing. Yeah. But with that being said, one hit's better than none.
Man, you said that.
Let's just wrap that up.
Let's wrap that up. But no, next song, last song is... what's this? Rapper Estates. Oh, no. Yeah, Rapper Estates, Rick Ross, and Benny the Butcher.
I pray for us all. You know, more the words of the brother Malcolm X. Yo. Backs against the ropes, winning case. Then it's back to being broke, I know the place. Where the rats and the roaches will race. Now it's rap niggas smoke fill estates. Who envision my initials in the gates? Confidential, but these bitches know they place. Count see those kilos like I'm cutting cakes. Even Janet Reno know a nigga race. Prince of Pill popping, sipping Purple Rain. Ask me how I feel, I tell you I no longer feel the pain. Kill a game, that's 300 for the chain. And it don't include the charm just to show you who the pain. 100 cars just to show you we at odds. That's beginning how you dress till you weed and cigars. Stay on the phone, but I limit all remarks. Just remember we the mob been regarded as a god. They want informants on the click side. They wanna know how low the bricks fly. They wanna know a nigga dick size. Check 1 2 1 2. Even though they know I'm living big time. Niggas, it's incredible.
Yeah, I came home with a connect and got started abruptly. That's 5 figures off a chicken I bought at Kentucky. We did that twice, then invested in artists that's hungry to change a young nigga life and launder the money. Wait, no handouts, I'm going on 3 summers legit. Machine Cutter and West and me, each one of us rich. Before I did it, they ain't know these numbers exist. A nigga left the plug, then blew up 300 to 6. Yeah, 4G autos faring, smoking while I'm staring. I don't gotta pick these hoes, they volunteering. Jump out diamonds glaring, flexing while they staring. I know you wanna take it, so that's why I wear it. I heard they wanna know how much the click making. In this book of life, you can't skip pages. Got my strip quaking off the risk taking big paper. I'm really in the field, you just skip Bayless.
It's incredible. Been a baller, but you never been a base. Just a casket for kilo in a crate. Pray for pastors trapped outside of the gates. Young bastards never tapping the brakes. Dumb rappers never owning the tapes. Just tours and after parties to make.
More beefs and dirty bitches to chase. New shoes, expensive cars to race. Big combs, spray 'em off at a pace. I threw in the elevators and sat 'em right on the lake. Been in moments, the business was at a break. I'm at the fork in the road, which way, Hove and Mace. New crib, now add up all of the bills. The niggas you wanna kill, another slice of the cake. More ice, wide taps and vice. Rap double M, they wanna give you double life. Whack a nigga need no receipts. Clap a nigga, leave him on the seat. Rappers always seem to be the wannabes. It seem like I'm the one they really wanna be. Rappers always seem to be the wannabes. It seem like I'm the one they really wanna be.
That is Rapper States, Rick Ross featuring Benny the Butcher. I'll get my take. So, yeah, Griselda really is, it's like rap Lowry's. You know what I'm saying? You want something to taste a little bit better. You want to put a little spice on it. You want to really send this home and have everybody be like, yeah, this season, right? This season's pretty good. And you don't know what particular season you need. Right. You just need a season all, which is what Lowry's is. Just a season salt. It's
Negro adobo.
It's very much Negro adobo.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Negro sazon.
If you got a Z in your name, see, if you don't know, Lowry's is if your name is Jackson or Washington.
Yeah.
And adobo is if you have a Z or a G or a U in your name.
Yeah.
Dominguez, Vasquez. If you got any of them letters in your last name, you probably use adobo.
Yeah. So, I think... the production by Boy Wonder, great fucking beat. I can see a lot of niggas using this beat as a base for their next Rick Ross Griselda type beat on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the type beat people got some new shit to steal.
They got some nice new shit to steal right now because it's fire, you know. But I always feel like, you know, it's a vibe for Ross to always bring in some horns, bring in some, you know what I'm saying, some cool little
What I like about Ross is the branding.
Yeah, always. It's
Ross
always
is a brand. Now the brand is compromised.
Luxurious.
The brand is compromised right now because of the nonsense between him and Meek, and you know he's not doing as big of records numbers as he used to do.
Yeah.
You know, now he's more of a mogul than an artist.
Yeah, because he's making money so many places.
Yeah, you know, he probably made more money on letting them film Coming to America at his house than he's about to make off this album.
And lemon pepper wings.
Yeah, definitely.
And they selling thighs now.
And I think, crisp. You know what though? Crispy thighs probably would work because
they do. They selling them
because thighs are so greasy. Like you know, if you like, you know, fried breasts is cool, but breasts are dry by nature. So if you fried, you gotta fry it just right, or it won't have that.
Yeah,
you could dry it out.
Yeah.
But since a chicken thigh is so greasy,
and it's thinner,
you almost can't
fuck it up.
I never thought about it.
And you soaking it in sauce and seasonings.
Yeah, because I stopped eating chicken thighs because they was so greasy. But if you fried, that actually might evaporate some of the grease, and it might get it just right. But anyway, it's a decent record. What I like about Griselda is, one more time, they proved the Pretendustry wrong. I just want everybody in the Pretendustry to get fired. Oh my fucking God. And I swear to God, I hope they bosses hear this shit so they could just stop empowering these fucking losers who are negatively affecting your bottom line with their weak ass, sheep ass opinion, which is inaccurate. It's like so inaccurate. Like Griselda is proof of what I said earlier. Generation X is still the number one consumers. And if you give them what they want, they're gonna consume it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to give people what you want them to have.
Yeah.
Just give them what they want. Like, the Pretendustry, the reason why they kill me is because they salesmen. I think I said this before. I'm not a great salesman. I don't sell shit. You know what I do? I allow the client to buy.
Yeah, I'm only selling what you want to buy.
I'm not even selling it.
I'm only giving you what you want to buy.
You came here
to buy something.
Gotcha. I am simply facilitating
the purchase.
Your request. Not selling you shit.
I feel that.
I'm just letting you get what you came here to get.
Come get it.
You know what a pretend industry fucks up?
What's that?
They trying to sell people what they want them to have.
That's right.
Am I lying?
No, you're not. That's real. That's real as fuck.
Have you ever been somewhere? Have you ever walked in a store and somebody tried to sell you something?
That I didn't want? Yeah.
You can tell when somebody trying to sell you something, right?
Yeah. I usually don't let it happen, but yes.
Have you also ever walked into a store and asked somebody and told somebody what it is you came here to get, and they said, "Oh, this is what you here to buy. It's over here." Mm-hmm. And if you want to buy that, you might want to buy this too. You probably buy both.
What?
You know why? Because they didn't sell you shit.
You just wanted what you wanted.
And they just gave it to you. Mm-hmm. The reason why Griselda work is because people is buying that and they just simply provided it to the marketplace. They didn't sell the market what they thought the market should like. They literally stepped up and said it's this thing called supply and demand. There is a demand, high demand, low supply. You took Econ 101, you know what that means. When the demand is high and the supply is low, that means the price goes through the fucking roof.
Period.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
And I like the way Griselda, Freddie Gibbs, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Bunch of people ignored the pretend industry
and did what they wanted.
And said, wait a minute. The people that bought everything, the people that we tried out all of this technology on, the people who bought the iPhone 1s, the people who bought the PlayStation 1s, the people that spent all the money in the world are complaining that they have nothing to spend money on. And they're not programmed to stream it for 0.00348 cents. They're programmed to just drop the whole $10.
Yeah.
Don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
They programmed about a $30 t-shirt. Don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
How about we give them something that they value more than their money? Because they sitting on it. They keep saying how they not happy. They keep saying how this shit is trash. And we keep saying, well, you old. Like, wait a minute, you got money in your pocket and you complaining that you ain't got nothing to spend it on? This isn't a problem. This is not a problem.
It's opportunity. Yeah, it's opportunity.
It's definitely an opportunity, and I like it.
But it's hard for people to see it that way, you know?
Because they got their own head in their ass.
Yeah. Oh, what? So you said how you say it?
Hegelian dialect.
Hegelian opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Title of the episode.
There we go.
But no, tell me how you spending your holidays. This is it's last episode of the year.
Yeah, definitely last
episode of the year. But let me know how you spending your New Year's, how you spending your holidays, if you're celebrating or even doing some Feliz Navidad, doing some Noel.
I do Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa?
Well, I already know.
Habari Ghani.
Yeah.
Habari Ghani.
Jamo Asante Habari Ghani. You weren't ready for that
one. Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Well, we got Saturn squares Uranus coming on Christmas Eve. That's what's been pushing the surges of COVID. So Omicron surging up right when them two planets come together, and
it's a whole lot of Greek shit.
And then
a whole lot of.
And then once they separate, it's gonna go down, and then they supposed to get close again, like in October. So we might have like another flare around then, but that should pretty much be it. Okay. So, you know, I'm just enjoying. What do I got coming on? I got family shit. Like, you know, it's been a lot of weird shit, man, with the family. People haven't been doing good. People have been doing good.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody been sitting in the house long enough and done drove themselves crazy.
Yeah.
So, I just want to have, like, Thanksgiving sucked. So, We're gonna try this shit again.
Yeah.
On Christmas.
Yeah, we doing tacos for Christmas.
I've been hanging out with my parents and just calling my mom and my dad more often, just so that when we do have holiday days, I'm like, we need a dry run a couple times.
So it don't feel like we gotta shake off so much shit when we first get there. It was like, we gotta get this rust off, get all these preliminary conversations that take you out. Like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to talk about this.
Let's have all these conversations. Like, it's so crazy. I went and bought my mom some liver.
Okay, like cooked or you something like prepared already?
No, like liver. Like, okay. I hate liver.
Me too.
I fucking hate that shit.
Me too. I don't get it.
Disgusting.
Yes,
but I know my mama like it.
Yeah.
So I went to a butcher, not a store.
Hey, hook it up.
I went to a butcher.
Give me your best.
Got some calf liver.
Give me some best calf livers.
And I dropped it off on her house. She was like, "What's this?" I'm like, "I know you like liver.
I know that's your thing.
I hate this shit.
I got you, Ma.
But if that don't let you know what type of time I'm on. Mm-hmm. When I go and find a butcher to get my mom some calf liver.
Yeah.
That I myself hate.
Such a good boy. Such a good son.
My dad, I went and hung out with him and his best friend, and we had lunch. Mm-hmm. His best friend brother is the assistant coach of the Bulls now.
That's what's up.
Shout out to the Cheeks family. And we went to lunch. Like, literally, I've been having dry runs.
That's smart.
Of family interactions. So by the time we got to sit down and actually be together,
I fuck with that.
Is natural. And if we, like you say, and if there is some sort of issues, let's iron this shit out.
Aside.
Let's iron it out here, so that by the time we sneaking, like, what I'm really excited about, I want to have a Monopoly game with my siblings, because we were supposed to have a Monopoly game on Thanksgiving, and I'm irritating the fuck out of my sister. Like, Monopoly. I know I look like a cornball in the family text message,
but you getting in their head already.
Like, Monopoly, like, we're not getting no younger. My daughter is. Oh, shout out to my daughter. She just got all her college acceptance letters.
Hey, shout out to Queen.
She got picked up by her number ones. So far, the biggest package we've gotten is $104,000.
Okay.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, shout out. And then I had shout out to my homie Runzel. She got accepted to a college that his aunt used to be the dean of their Italian campus.
Damn. Like the Italian, like sister school?
No, they got a campus. They got
and just another one in Italy?
In Italy.
Got you.
And she was the dean of that campus.
That's what's up.
And when they found out that she got accepted to the university,
to the like the U.S. branch.
Yeah. They called me and had lunch, trying to convince me to get Queen to go there.
That's what's up.
So I was like, you know what?
That's a good feeling.
And it was like, we know if we offered her $104,000, I'm sure a bunch of people offered her money too, so she gets to make whatever choice she makes. But it felt like I was finally like, oh, so this is how the other side do it. Mm-hmm. Like, they decide your life for you when you're not around. Like, you know, people were like, how'd you get in here? Oh, my dad knows the dean.
Exactly.
So it felt kind of, and they was literally selling me like, well, you know, if she got that much money, she could use that to go study abroad, because we got a campus in Italy, which I was the dean of, so I could just introduce her to everyone. Yeah. Or she could go to the Vietnam office where I currently know the other dean. As a parent, I'm like, I mean, I can't make the decision for her.
Yeah, she gonna have to be the one.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, nigga, if we could get the dean on the line,
I mean, we can get a lot of shit done.
Like, do you want your daddy calling a nameless, faceless organization where we don't know nobody?
Trying to figure some shit out, trying to work some shit out for you, or you want to have a guarantee, like you got multi-campus access internationally
with the dean writing your letter of recommendation.
Woo woo woo.
Choice is yours.
Woo woo woo.
But that seemed like a
pretty, like a layup. You already done the work, baby girl. Here's the reward. Life. You got to get a good jump.
Daddy believes in nepotism, and I'm not rich.
Strongly.
I'm not rich at all, but I could give you the same. Well, I am rich. I'm rich in spirit. You know what I'm saying? But so as a dad, I know I don't look that young guy, that old, but I have a child who's graduating from high school, and she's actually, funny thing is, she graduates with her associate's degree.
Oh, so okay.
Before she gets a high school diploma.
Even more reason for her to
before she gets a high school diploma.
Yeah, that's even more reason for her to like be very particular about her choices.
Yeah, because she only got 2 years left.
Yeah, and because you can just study abroad for a semester. Like you don't gotta do it for the whole year. You can just I'm be in Italy for.
That's what I told her. I'm like, look, nigga,
go to Italy in the springtime.
Go to Italy. The next year after that, go to Vietnam. You graduate with an associate's degree. Take 3 years in undergrad. You ain't got to rush it. You know, 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
If whatever money you got left over from the money they give you, go straight into grad. Start taking your MBA courses so that when you do start your career, you can have a degree in your field and you could just have an all-purpose MBA, which means you on the fast track to management.
Yeah.
They gonna let you work on the field for a little bit, but if you got
she creating a choose your own adventure type of life.
And then if you decide you don't want to do this shit one day, fall back on the NBA.
Cause you good.
Just fall back on the NBA from Booth or Kellogg or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You get an NBA from Booth, you can take that shit
anywhere
in the world. They be like, well, who are you? Oh, NBA from Booth, University of Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah,
come on,
and especially catching a nice international vibe. She got international business under her. That's hard. It's hard to be like, we don't think you fit this. Hold on, you understand Italian business? You understand Vietnam business?
You know people over there?
You know niggas?
Yeah. So no, that's what I got going on. It's daddy daycare, and it's really, yeah, but anyway, anybody who didn't know that about me, that's why I'm so fatherly, sometimes sound old, because I actually am somebody daddy. Yeah. And my child does watch this shit, even though we talk about not legal things. But she know who a daddy is. And at the same time, we building a new generation. Like, we building the people. It's the age of Aquarius. Like, the age of Pisces is coming to an end. So I'm preparing for the age of Aquarius. But I want to shout out my daddy, Big Girl. And I don't know if her friends know, because they watch the show too. Her nickname is Buckethead.
Not let me go ahead and let me lob the embarrassment. But no, I'm going home on Thursday. Back to Tennessee. We doing tacos for Christmas because my mom is a Southern black woman who makes motherfucking chicken and dressing and shit like that on a random Thursday in September.
Right.
So by the time Thanksgiving happened, that's more like the
end of it.
It was like, this is the last time we gonna do this shit for the year.
It's like Memorial. Like, you can't wear white after a certain day.
Yeah, we can't be making dressing after Black Friday.
That shit ain't happening.
So she always, which kind of feels like a family tradition of ours, because she makes it seem like she was like, nah, y'all, this year I really don't want it. It's like, Mom, you said that for the last decade. 10. We don't expect to eat this shit after a while. We don't even care no more. And what's actually good is because people don't think about it, but like, they push certain types of food in holiday times, so you don't even be looking at certain many things. So you might really fuck around and do shit last minute, or gotta go and really look for certain shit and be like, damn, now I gotta look for cranberry sauce. Now I gotta look for it. It's like, yeah, because everybody's eating that.
Yeah, it's supply and demand.
Yeah, but our black ass gonna be in that thing finding the tortillas.
Some shit that's gonna be readily available.
They got it big stocked.
Guacamole just sitting over there like, don't nobody love me no more. I'll take you.
I don't do guac. Y'all don't do guac. Y'all don't need no appetizers. Y'all don't need no sides.
Man, give me all that.
Starters. But no, yeah. I did all my reluctant thanks to Jeff Bezos for hooking me up, getting all my Christmas gifts for my family here in 2 days.
Fuck him.
Reluctant thanks.
Fuck him and his mama.
Got it there. And so yeah, all my Christmas shopping is done. I just got to wrap this shit up, which I'm probably going to do later today. And I'm ready to get home.
You know what? I've been giving my family weed for Christmas for so long.
Oh, that's what's up.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do this year. I hadn't even thought about it because like I'm so used to just handing out eighths. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up though. That's like, a good gift.
Like just here, eighth, done. You know what I'm saying? Just and then I'm so used to doing that.
Why you can't keep doing that?
Cause I ain't just got no weed laying around.
Okay.
Like I don't
give him some treats, some Christmas treat.
I am legitimately not into that lifestyle no more.
Yeah.
So, but that was my
your thing.
That was my thing.
I feel that though.
Cause everybody knows that when you go to the family like gathering, it's just basically cousins looking at each other who got the weed so we could go on this imaginary car ride to nowhere so we could smoke.
We about to go outside. I'll be right back, Ma.
Right.
Yeah.
But so when you come in, you the cousin and just do all the handshakes.
It's gonna be all that.
And just hand everybody their eighth.
Yeah.
Now it ain't the best weed, but you mix it with what you already had, nigga, and we could stretch this shit on out.
Yeah.
You already had a 3-5 on you, and now you got $7.
Hey, go crazy. But no, make sure that you like, rate, subscribe. A lot of shit changing up. A lot of shit, new things coming in the new year from just all things, you know.
You know what we didn't talk about though? One thing I want to say before we go.
Yeah.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah.
Fuck J.K. Rowling. Fuck her in the ass. Fuck her. That shit she just tried to pull. That's how we gonna end this. Cause I'm kind of salty at Dave Chappelle right now for even giving her light.
Yeah.
Now that she's really showing her hand.
Yeah.
Cause if you know the story, recently they passed some law, some simple down in where's she from? Britain, I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, she's from UK.
UK somewhere.
She's from UK.
And all the law was something simple where they're gonna just everybody who's arrested, however they identify, is what they box will be checked.
Okay.
Nothing. Am I tripping? On the grand scheme of things, that's not a big deal, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's a big deal. So she turned around and used that as an excuse to pass trans people off as predatorial. This small thing. She took it and said, use something from like 1984, the book. You ever read 1984, George Orwell?
No, but I heard of it though.
She uses a line from George Orwell and proceeds to use this as an excuse to saying the penis individual that raped you can now claim they're a woman. Nigga, what the fuck did you get that?
Penised.
From someone literally just saying that when we arrest people, we're going to check the box that they identify as. You took that as an excuse to turn around and make it attack trans women in particular and spread a complete myth about them when literally there was nothing that needed to be said about the situation. So
she inserted them into and made it because this is very much a universal law. It's not like we made this specifically for them. No, it's like this is just a general thing that.
No, like, so if they arrest a motherfucker and they say, my name is Heather, they're going to Heather. Somebody else, they say, my name is John.
This is what is your thing?
How you identify? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
To then turn around and make that a specific attack associating trans women with predator, like the yoga stretch that was involved. And I'm starting to see what this is, and that's why the Hegelian. It's Hegel again. Hegelian. I personally think that this is we always say there's an agenda. I'm gonna identify and name and claim who I think the agenda is coming from. The same way they letting this crime wave happen so that they could then turn around and push their politics. And okay, we creating a crime wave so that you would ask us to come save you and then stop being mad at us when we beat and kill and rape you, the police.
Okay.
I personally believe that the new Hegelian dialectic is they can't make gay people the big bad wolf no more. Because everybody got a gay person in their family. Cousin, something. Can't make black men the big bad wolf anymore. Because the most popular, the most talented, some of the most well-known, well-loved human beings in the history of man just so happen to be black men.
Just so happen.
Am I lying?
You're right.
So the conservatives' entire platform is based off of fear of other. You cannot fear gays anymore because they've lost the otherness of them. Homosexuality has lost its otherness in the last 10, 20 years. It's always...
it definitely has lost a lot of it.
The otherness. Not all of it. I'm not saying all the problems are solved. I'm not saying shiny, happy people. That ain't what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the sense of alienness, the sense of complete other, the sense of them people for gays as a whole is kind of gone.
Yeah.
The sense of otherness for black men is kind of gone. I mean, it's still there. You can put a nigga on the news and crime, and but if people love Barack Obama or people love, like, it's too many loved household names around for you just to put a picture of a Negro out and people are like, oh. So I feel like they making all this shit about trans people is because they're like the minority within the gay community.
Yeah.
You can't pick on gays no more.
Yeah.
You look stupid at this point.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. You agree with whatever. But like, why is we even talking about this? Like when people bring up gay shit, I be like, why is you even bringing this up? And the reason I realized...
It's the truth though. It's like, damn, that's random as fuck.
Like, where did...
Yeah.
What's your motivation? So the reason why I say it's a dialectic is because they want to make them the new other. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, and he was expressing to me real strong views about trans rights and trans issues. And I was confused. I just listened, let him get it off his chest, right? But then I asked him a very important question. How many trans people do you know? Guess what the answer was?
What's that?
None. I was like, how many actual interactions? Not like seeing nobody in public and walking past people like, ships in the night. I'm talking about how many actual interactions have you had, positive or negative, with a trans person that would actually cause you to have such concrete views? And guess what the answer was? None. So then I started asking around a couple people because I noticed that like trans issues was kind of like bubbling to the top.
Yeah.
And I asked a lot of people, I'm like, and mind you, I'm not an ally by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not even an ally. I'm just a human being. Not even a human being. I'm just being human. So I asked people, I'm like, where do you get such strong views of these people from? Where'd you get these ideas from? You don't know anybody. You've never had any strong interaction one way or the other.
Yeah.
Why is it automatically on cue you are speaking the talking points about the new boogeyman? See, black male used to be a boogeyman. Like you turn on TV, you would swear we was 50% of the population. Fact of the matter is, black males are 5% of the American population. Means 1 out of 20 Americans are black males. 1 out of 20. We're only 5% of the population. You turn on TV, it looks like we 50% of the population. The entire black population of America, 50% of it exists within 5 counties, not states. 5 counties. So if 50% of our population exists within 5 counties, then how can 50 states have a black problem? There is no black problem. It's literally just Hegelian dialectic so that people would think that their grass is greener and they can have a other to either fear, shun, or look down upon. That's how it works. You find a minority and you point all the fingers at them the same way that the Nazis did with the Jews. It's their fault. Somehow, this 5% of the population is fucking it up for the other 95% of the population. They're the bad guys, not us, the policymakers. It's not us. It's them. So that worked for a while. And then we had a black president. He was the most successful, well-liked, had the highest acceptance rates of all time. So that black shit wasn't working no more. Black shit ain't working no more. Everybody that had a gay cousin that could come out, that gay shit ain't working no more. You can't find a bully. You just can't find, because look at Trumpers. They just afraid of this other. And then after a while, it was like, oh, it's the illegal aliens, because you call them illegal and alien. This is two bad words.
Yes.
Two bad words. Not only is you illegal, and you a fucking alien.
You shouldn't be here at all.
But then after that, they say it's a job shortage. It ain't a job shortage. Y'all ran them the fuck up out of here. Now y'all found out how much they was getting paid to do them jobs. Y'all don't want to do them no more. Now they saying it's the great resignation. Now y'all ran the illegal aliens the fuck up out the country. So now you can't blame them no more. You can't blame motherfucking black men no more, because 40% of these white women that had the best orgasm of their life out of a brother. And about 20% of these families, they got a black cousin, niece, or nephew, and that's the cutest kid in the family. So it's kind of hard to push all this anti-blackness when they now have mixed cousins. It's hard.
So all you need is a little bit. They changed the whole family makeup.
Because you got that one little cousin over there, and that's the cute kid and the smart kid, and that's you love little Johnny. Just so happened little Johnny daddy black. It makes it hard to hate black people.
Because you love your baby.
You love the baby, right? So who's left? That's why I brought up J.K. Rowling, and I wanted to end with J.K. Rowling, bitch ass.
No, yeah, fuck her.
Fuck her. She is literally a part of this new agenda to create a new other.
Yeah.
A new other, because you can't do gays no more. You can't do black men no more.
What I've deduced it all.
Can't do illegal aliens no more. So what's the new boogie? They're gonna come and get you, and they scared.
What I've deduced it all down to is that, and I think this is kind of pulls from, I think a thought process and something that you present all the time on this show of speaking in a particular way to what it really is, and not giving it more power than what it really needs to be. And I like to end on this note. A lot of these motherfuckers move from a space of really not being very much in the mindset that freedom is impossible, to live within freedom, to embody freedom, to believe in freedom all around you. So to project that onto the world, they find issues and problems to cling themselves to scapegoat to for the issues that they have, to make sense of why their lives aren't the way they want to be, or why they aren't satisfied with certain things about themselves. They can't be free, so they can have all. So that's why you can find little dick energy ass white men who can have all the money in the world, all the access and power, but still prey on the weak, still prey on those that do certain things because
you talking about 45?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, but you said baby dick energy.
But no, it's a lot. Plenty of them got baby dick energy.
You talking about 45?
It's anybody who kind of shows this particular energy of bigotedness, but don't understand but they also don't want to stand in their bigotedness. Those two things don't go together. If you hate people, you hate this other person on the other side of you, but you also want them to treat you like a regular person that, look, I just hate you. That's just what I believe. Why you treat me like I'm like something wrong with me? I just don't like you as a person, and I don't believe your existence should really be here. But that doesn't mean you should treat me any type of way. You don't like freedom. Because your freedom is you can believe and say whatever the fuck you want if you really believe it in yourself. But if what you expect is the world to be, if it's for your freedom to encroach on someone else's, now you're not even having the best definition of it all. So fuck J.K. Rowling.
Fuck J.K. Rowling. I don't.
And it's a fucking shame for you to create something that is so beyond you that people are very much okay with detaching that shit from you. That's all.
Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. Fuck all this divide and conquer Hegelian dialectic shit. The left and the right both use it, but I'm like 1,000% convinced that this new so-called gay agenda push is being, and this new crime is actually being created by the conservatives so that they could whip up non-existing narratives so people will give them power so that they can enact the policies that they wanted to enact in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
And that's all that's going on with this new crime wave.
Yeah.
And that's all that's going on with this attack on trans people.
Yeah.
Because it absolutely makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Other than it was created by the people who are going to offer the solution. So whoever comes to the solution about crime, whoever comes up with that solution, whoever comes up with this solution to this trans gay issue, that's the motherfucker that created the problem.
Period. Like, rate, subscribe. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you go back into the archive and check out some of the old episodes as well in the time where we are down. But we'll see y'all next year. Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad. Habari Ghani.
Oh, yeah. And The Matrix is coming
Shalom.
out. The Matrix is coming out. If you watch the first one, look at the first Matrix. The first phone number was 312-555. So watch The Matrix. Watch the first trilogy. All of those phone numbers, Chicago addresses. Oh, we got to get to the payphone on State and Lake. Just watch again. The Matrix is in Chicago. This is Neo. Peace.
Peace.